All right, house number three, we all loud.
Squad.
I think
I
I
don't.
think Trump I think Trump got in their pockets. That's why they doing Cuomo like that.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
I'm not
God.
gonna
Trump is
hold you.
doing
I
something.
don't believe it. I feel. I feel like I don't know.
Yo, it's been a while since we've been on live.
They
Yeah.
setting,
It's
Yo,
been
it's
a
been a
long
minute.
time.
What's
yo,
up,
they
everybody? How we
setting
doing?
him up.
Feeling, by the way, but
Yeah.
they
But
doing exciting.
We
he not
haven't been on
resigning.
for a long, long
It's
time.
not that he's resigning, but now that
Why
now
not?
New York City Democrats is pushing to get him out of office.
Nah, he not resigning.
Yeah,
If
He
enough
said it.
they're not resigning.
votes
They
go
have to
through, they're gonna
fund
move him on.
the funny part is they don't have vote.
Hello? He
Hello?
froze? Yeah, he froze.
I don't know. I just feel like the whole concept of it is just. Like at one point you want to be like, yo, like I don't believe it, but you know what? I don't know the man personally, so it's like, I mean, there's a possibility, but the chances of it, like he's been mayor since what I was in middle school.
He was governor. Governor.
Governor, mayor, whatever. He's been in that office since he's been at that spot since I was in middle school because I remember we was talking about doing seventh grade. So I'm like, what, 12 at that age? I'm
Yeah.
23. He's been in that seat for 11 years and nothing ever popped up. Now out of nowhere, something's up. Come on,
Mm.
and there's
And
nothing from
then the stories
before.
they tell, like this one lady, she was like, oh, that he grabbed her face and she didn't want a kiss, but he gave her a kiss she didn't want. It's like, my nigga, we in 2021 already. Like, at this point, like, talk for yourself. What? Like, step up for yourself. Like, I'm not hearing none of that. Or the political power and all that. Nah, they ain't none of that. Cause
Nah, it's just a funny. It's I don't want to say it's a funny concept because then it's like sort of being. I feel like it's being disrespectful in a sense, but it's just weird how this is now popping up.
yeah,
And, like obviously there's enough proof and all that shows that he did something as creepy as this. Then yeah, I hope the worst comes to him. But to be honest, like the chances of it, man, like it's just I'm trying to figure out how to put my phone up.
you
The chances of it, I
don't
just feel
believe
like
it?
nah, I don't. I'm not
Mm,
gonna hold you. I dead don't. Unless you can show me concrete evidence that yo like he's doing some creep shit.
yeah.
Excuse me, I don't know if we can curse or not, but that's just my view on it.
Mm-mm.
And of course the Blasio. I feel like the Blasio jumped on it too. I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like the
Probably.
Blasio because those two hate each other. They don't
He
hate each other, but
probably he,
they don't politically agree with each other necessarily.
he probably helped set it up.
Hmm. You call me with that? That's bullshit. But that's I don't know. And there's like what is two or three women.
Well, I
And
don't
if I'm
know.
not it's like two or three women that popped up with it. And I feel like if I'm not mistaken, like two of them
That's
was
Think
called
on camera.
that's called the Me Too effect.
think think about it. Think about that. Two or three women. Everybody didn't say nothing when Trump did it. Remember when Trump was
Uh
running for president? He grabbing them,
Yeah.
he grabbing their midsections, doing all this. But that
huh.
was
Yeah.
okay.
Ooh.
But as soon as Trump is out of office and New York State is going after Trump for his taxes, New York City is going after Trump for his taxes, Cuomo has scandals. Cuomo dropping
Yo,
the
Mhm.
ball.
I'm not gonna
Cuomo,
hold you. Me, and my homeboy was talking about that too. It's like, yo, it's funny. It's funny how the way everybody was on Trump. Now no one's on like Biden like that.
mm-hmm.
Huh?
How
No,
everybody.
these people are crazy when it comes to Biden. You know how many videos I done seen? Watch
Turn
it.
it down.
You know how many videos I've seen where people sitting there and they're like, Biden, you said as soon as you get in office, you'll get us this, you'll get us that. And I'm like, bro, all right, you voted for Biden to get Biden in. Did you vote for the Senate? You ain't vote for the Senate. What happened?
Exactly.
So, okay, all right.
Nah, I mean the concept that
So,
like you know how the new.
no, that's Junior. Junior sitting there watching the train station on YouTube.
That's cute. Nah, I mean the concept that like you know how everybody was hawking Trump for good reason, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But like I want that same type of energy with Biden. Like don't let Biden take his shit without us not knowing about it. Like I want to know everything. Like that I like being spoiled like that.
Christina, if you want to know the topic, get on the live.
Let's go.
Jump
The
on.
topic is open. No, I'm about to throw
Right.
Marcus. As a matter of fact, or Marcus or Joey, send
Yo.
Christina the link. This is open topic
Uh,
because you know we
all
about
right,
to
right.
start going into some nerd shit anyway.
All right, right now, I'm battling the boss, so I can't.
All right, so Joey's gonna do it right
Was
now.
it share video? Matter of fact, can I invite Christina?
You
I
could
think
invite
so.
her, yeah. When you go
Oh,
to it, when you go to guest, invite guest and copy onto clipboard and then send the
Okay.
link to her like that.
all right. I can't do nothing by myself. I need a team.
Oh, you
See,
need
I
a
like
team?
games like
Yeah,
this. Like,
but
you need a team, yeah. Because this is a loot. I'm playing. It's a looter shooter. So basically, like the boss is able to regenerate fast. So I need one of the other guy's abilities is to slow down time. So if he can slow down time,
Mm.
then he regenerates, but I'm doing more damage. If that makes sense. Junior's into
Oh,
trains.
yeah.
hell yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, Christina said she headed to work.
Oh, all right. So I must. Well, I should send it to Laura.
If she's up,
I don't know. She might be.
Right. Oh, there's a second boss. All right. No. I'm
this
going.
nigga Marcus is asleep.
What the fuck is
Yo,
he
so
playing at?
Joey,
Huh?
why me and Marcus had an argument the other day about
About the
Magneto
same
versus
shit?
Iron Man.
Oh
About
yeah,
Magneto
bro.
versus Iron Man.
Okay. I wanna ask this. So,
Bro.
Yeah.
Marcus, you said
Yo.
Iron Man could beat Magneto.
He has a potential. Yeah.
Okay, what is it from Iron Man? Well, don't say nothing that he can beat Magneto. We are live now. There's a lot of people that like this
All right.
type of topic.
Honestly, I give Iron Man the same level as Batman. Batman with 1 week of prep time could beat anybody. Batman on a whim, he could beat most. It's the same thing with Iron Man. Iron Man in the comics has made a suit before that's barely any iron to the point that Magneto couldn't bend it. Because obviously Magneto being the villain he is and as strong as he is, he definitely fought against the Avengers before. Now hold on. Whether he actually won in the comics or that, I'm not too sure of. But I know he definitely went against Magneto. And that was one of the suits he had. One of the suits he had was meant for Magneto.
No,
That's
he
what
One
didn't.
of the suits. But did you see Iron Man 3 when he destroyed every suit?
Nah, you see that's the movie. That's where the movie goes off because he doesn't do that. He doesn't do that in the comics. All his suits are there. He's like Batman, bro. He's Marvel's version of Batman. He has a suit for just about anything, for any situation that he can do.
So what
Any
Christina just
situation
said?
that has happened. Now, I'm in the wrong thing. Has control of the electromagnetic spectrum. Yo, hop in.
And she's going to work.
But I mean, all right, she's free. Google it. He has
I
made a
did.
suit. He has made a
I
suit that
Googled it.
Magneto couldn't touch.
Okay, now
I did. I
We got-
Googled it. And you know what Magneto did to that ass?
Magneto
He
still fucking.
he
Magneto still messed
dropped
him up.
that nigga literally dropped buildings on Iron Man. He threw cars at this nigga and all that. He threw
Yo,
an outside
yo,
train
bro,
full of
I'm about
people
to
at
leave
him.
because right now, I'm live
Nah,
streaming with my brother. Yeah,
but
yeah,
look at
I'm
what's going on. But
on
thing
his YouTube channel.
Tell them
you
tell him to
Yeah.
come look at it. We need
Yo,
some opinions.
he said come look at it because we're talking about Magneto versus Iron Man.
but that goes into WandaVision. Because
You see, this is why
WandaVision,
you're not my best friend. Now I'm playing.
Nah, we ain't
Huh?
seen WandaVision.
Wait.
no, but
I'm not on WandaVision like that yet. I'm
no,
watched the first episode.
y'all all know the comic books of Doctor Strange and how X-Men and everybody came
The
into
original
each
concept
other.
of how they all got together.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Put on the chart.
Wanda is basically Doctor Strange, from what I understand. But
No.
I'm not gonna hold you.
No.
I'm not gonna
There's
hold you.
a
It's fine.
witch called Agatha something. Look it up. Agatha something. She was in the Salem files. Like she got burnt, but she destroyed the witches herself.
Yeah.
What's her name? Oh,
Agatha. She has like she's an old witch that has like a little thing right here.
yeah, no. Me and Christina was talking about that earlier. We said
No. I'm not talking about the whole
WandaVision.
WandaVision. I'm just talking about how it just goes into how Magneto and them about to come into the MCU.
It's about to pull them over.
Bro, that's the whole purpose of WandaVision, though. WandaVision is meant to tie in everything. Fox, Sony,
because in the show, Agatha, she said, "Fucking send them." Now she want the link. Oh my god!
Wait, Christina. Me and Boo only seen the first episode though. So I'm not ready for the spoilers.
No.
We gonna talk about the purpose of it. We can talk about the
purpose of it. The purpose of it. Because when I first saw it, I was like, "This shit has no purpose." But as it went along, you know, certain characters are starting to come in. Certain characters are starting to be mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now Christina was the one that mentioned it for me, actually. So what I have to do is because I've seen the movies periodically, but I've never seen them in Chronicle order. So right now that's actually what I'm trying to do. I'm actually supposed to be watching the movie right now, but I'll hop on this with y'all because we cute.
Oh, I'm cute. Thank you.
So we all cute.
Oh, we all cute. You send it to her now?
I sent it to her. But that's the thing, like it's setting up everything right now. What are you crying about?
Mm-hmm.
It's setting up everything. And when y'all start seeing it go little by little, you're gonna start seeing. Like I said, Agatha is one of them. And what she did, it was crazy. But it does show that she's in there. Let her in. Somebody let her in. Somebody let her in.
Yeah, I'm about to let her in right now. I got it. Christina!
What's up?
I like the name title. Tina is back.
Yeah, something like that. But
why is it?
I just
am I there? Yeah, I'm there right now.
I just wanted to come in and weigh in real quick. For one, Iron Man could never beat Magneto.
Thanks,
Marcus.
All right, hold on. All right.
Magneto has I think y'all forgetting what he did in X-Men 2. I know Marcus mentioned it's the movies and stuff, but it just proves like how strong Magneto really is. In X-Men 2, I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but Magneto absorbed the iron that was inside of one of the security guards' body.
That was a security guard. That's what I told him.
Y'all ready?
I told him that.
Man. Iron Man beat the X-Men Magneto in one of the most spectacular battles in the Avengers vs. X-Men event back in 2012. X-Men and the Avengers collided over the fate of the world. The Phoenix Force was coming to Earth. The mutants believed in a promise Salvation. Iron Man has beat Magneto before.
I don't know where you getting your information from. It
Well,
got to
I'm about
be
to
a
say right now,
fan favorite
Avengers
thing
versus X-Men.
because when I look it up,
Hold
I
on.
always get
Hold on,
Magneto
wait.
win.
Hold on. Let me just chime in real quick. Let me chime in. So
Nah.
I hear what you're saying about the comics. And sometimes as comic fans, we have to look at the reality of the situation. Cause like I know it's imagination and things like that. But when we talk about Magneto's powers as a whole, he can legit manipulate the very iron that's inside of your body. Like you cannot beat somebody who can have an influence over your body. Point blank period.
That is true.
Hold on,
Facts.
wait, 1 second.
And we sat there, and in the comic books, it was established Magneto is because Earth has this like electrical thing with it. Like Earth got all elements on it. Magneto focused could reshape the Earth as he wants.
All right, I'm
True.
back. I'm back.
He could
But
reshape. You heard Christina? Did you hear that? In the
what you
comics, it
say?
was established. In the comic books, it was established because Earth got all type of elements and all that, and one of the things that got electrical fields and all that. That Magneto, when he focuses, he could reshape the Earth as he wants.
Exactly.
That nigga
Not
is
only
too
that,
strong
but
for Iron Man.
Magneto is an omega level mutant, meaning there is no extent or limit to his power. I'm sorry. There's no
Hmm.
limit to his power. He can manipulate the world if he wanted to.
Hmm.
So I hear what you're saying, Marcus, about, oh, you know, if, well, Iron Man made a better suit that Magneto wasn't able to control. But at the end of the day, yeah, he might not be able to control the suit, but like Boo Boo said, he could throw cars. He could he could fuck up the inside of your body.
He
Like
can throw
there is
fucking
there's
buildings,
no
hit
limit
airplanes.
to this man's power. Like I don't care how smart you are.
Marcus, we lost Marcus.
Nah, he left. He's a punk. He
He's a
can't face
punk.
the truth.
He can't handle it.
He can't
He
handle
couldn't
the
face the
truth.
truth.
But
You're
I
right.
do
You're right. What I said about Iron Man
thank
versus Magneto.
Christina for putting me onto WandaVision because I was lost in the first two episodes. I'm like, yo, I'm about to turn this shit. I don't know why she want me to watch this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, and,
Then I
and I
started
like I
watching
was
it.
telling somebody yesterday, I think WandaVision, those first two episodes are definitely for like the comic fans, like the fans of the comics, because
Yeah.
there's so many fucking Easter eggs in that show that is unbelievable,
Yes. But
especially in those first two
did
episodes.
episode 9 come out already?
Huh?
Did episode 9 come out already?
No, it comes out
Oh.
Friday. That's the season finale. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yo, I love it. Thank you, Christina, because I watch it every week.
But
When the
listen,
season finale come out, I'm a binge watch it. I'm a binge
listen,
watcher.
y'all gotta get on that shit. Monica Rambeau. Oh my god. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Am I back?
But it's tying in to Doctor Strange 2. It's also
Hmm.
tying in
Yo, do y'all
the
hear me?
X-Men coming in. It's tying into a lot of things. And one of the biggest villains is about to come in.
Yeah. Um.
There we go.
But
I think
yeah.
I'm back. I think I'm actually back now.
WandaVision
Yeah.
definitely ties into. It definitely ties into Doctor Strange. Um. Not only that, but the
Captain
villain.
Marvel.
Whatever. But like I said, I just want to come in and give y'all my little
I like it.
but
I give it
yeah.
a thumbs up.
Magneto could never Iron Man could never defeat Magneto. And also I heard about like Oh, well, if Batman was to have a week of preparation, yeah, he'll be able to fuck
A
shit
week of
up.
preparation for who?
Batman is especially because Batman is not a very smart guy. Batman is
Yeah.
not money. That's it. That is his only superpower. It's
Yo,
not
Joey, I'm
like
not
he's
gonna hold you to train
a
times, man.
Tony
Loud.
Stark. He's in there building his own machine. He's over here, running his own bullet points or anything like that. Batman simply just has money. That that's his only superpower. And I saw a meme talking about if Batman had a week of preparation, he'll be able to defeat Wanda. Just come back.
Well, I got a question, right?
Yo,
If they if they try to tie everything in,
Dang, why everybody got quiet all of a sudden?
how do you think they gonna tie everybody in? You think they gonna do it like some alternate reality type of thing, like pull people in type shit like that, or?
Can y'all hear me?
I hear you.
little
Can you
bit.
hear me?
Can y'all hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, she probably going through the same thing I was going through.
I hear you.
Okay. What
So
about everybody?
Brian, what you doing right now?
you heard what I said?
Mm.
If they bring in everybody, how do you think they gonna bring in everybody? You think they gonna bring them in on some alternate reality type of thing, like, or what?
I'm gonna give you a teaser, a spoiler.
Uh, uh,
Everybody knows how Wanda's brother is, right? How he looks, right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows how Quicksilver looks, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Quicksilver came in.
So
Yeah,
quick, she think
but
Quicksilver's a brother
it wasn't the Quicksilver in the MCU. It was the
and the X
Quicksilver
Men.
in X
Well,
Men,
they can flex it because
played
Yeah.
Quicksilver,
by Evan Peters.
Yeah,
not Wanda's brother, but Quicksilver,
So
he was a teenager, wasn't he?
yeah,
yeah.
When they introduced
but
him,
there's like a
when
lot
they
of
introduced the other
speculation
one,
as
so
to
it
like
could
why
that's an
that
easy
is,
fix.
but I don't
Yeah,
want to
but
go
they're
into
gonna
like
start.
spoilers or anything because I know I haven't seen it yet. So
So how did they bring Quicksilver in though?
Her brother.
Oh, so he's her brother.
yeah, he's her brother, but
Mm,
the gag is the Quicksilver that's in this MCU version is
yeah.
from Fox. The Quicksilver that was
Mm,
introduced in this one is Evan
yeah.
Peters, who played Quicksilver in the Fox X Men
Yeah,
movie.
because when they first showed Wanda and her
Go ahead.
brother in Ultron, that's the first thing I said. I said, "Oh shit, that's Wanda and that's Quicksilver."
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
but
then I
it's not
remember
him.
that they already had it. They already had a
yeah, but it's not
Quicksilver.
him.
It's not him.
So this is what I'm saying. You understand? The X Men already had a movie where Quicksilver went. He was already part of them. He
Yeah,
saved them from the mansion blowing up. How they
yeah,
gonna
but
tie
they tied it
this
in little
dude
by
in?
little.
Because remember,
But
there's
that's the
multiverses.
thing. That's what's like having everybody
So
on their feet about this show because it's like, how the fuck was it possible for y'all to even do this? You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
granted, I do think it was just a ploy Marvel did just to show that they have control over the X Men now. So
Yes.
mm,
I don't think his character is like this big situation. I think they just did
No.
it simply because
It
they
was his
could.
Yeah, but it was his dialogue. What he was
just
saying.
to show, just to prove a
Yeah,
point.
yeah. But it was what he was saying. You have to watch it to understand what he was saying. How it's tying into little things like it's after Endgame.
Yeah,
after Iron Man snapped everybody back.
Yeah,
So remember, and from Infinity War to Endgame, it was 5 years.
yeah,
Yeah.
So now you take WandaVision, 5 years, with the Endgame and everybody coming back, and Captain Marvel supposed to somewhere tie into it somehow. Don't
yeah.
turn it on. It's just the first two episodes. It did. I do believe what Christina said. First two episodes was for people that really, really just like the comic book and just wanted to watch the thing. But the rest of the episodes after that was great. Like I like it. I watch it all the
I
time.
got. I gotta
So
watch it.
Joey, are you
I
caught
stopped
up?
after the first episode, but I gotta catch up.
I'm waiting for Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier, and I mean Falcon and Winter Soldier.
So you're caught up.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for the ninth episode, the final episode. Stop. Leave it alone. Sit back. Yeah, play basketball. But yeah, I'm caught up with that. I can't wait to Falcon. Went for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Honestly, I'm not really ready for it. I'm not ready for it.
Well, now
Only,
that Marvel got control of a lot, there's a lot I want to see now in the X Men and especially the X Men verse. Like I
Yeah.
want there's a lot of people they missed out on. They missed Sinister. I did not like the way they brung this dude. What's his name? Not Apocalypse. Was it Apocalypse? Apocalypse. I do not
Oh,
like. I hated that movie. Let me tell you, I hated that movie.
yo,
I hated it. First off, you want to know what's the most annoying part of that movie to me, though? Of everything,
yeah.
the way Apocalypse sounded.
Wait. Yo, my fault. Look real quick. Look real quick.
What
You
is
guys
that?
see me? Hold on, let me unplug my
Kind
phone.
of, yeah.
Iron Man versus Magneto.
who doing all this shit?
Iron Man versus Magneto,
Iron Man won.
bro.
I'm
That's
gonna find.
that's
I'm
that's
finding.
gotta that's
I'm gonna
gotta
find
be
it.
in the Iron Man comic books. Cause I'm
No,
telling you,
this is
every
Iron Man.
time I look, every time I look it up, Magneto wins.
This is Avengers versus X Men 2012.
Magneto will always win in that situation though. Like
Now I
I
just
get
showed
it. Don't
you.
get me wrong. Tony Stark, he
He could.
is
He could.
a
But
genius.
Iron Man with prep time. That's
He's
why I
able
say
to
Iron
make
Man
all of
is.
his uniforms,
Yaf
all of his
again.
stuff,
Iron Man
and
is
even one
Batman.
point he becomes a god.
It
I
don't
don't know if
matter
y'all
if
knew
Iron
that or
Man.
I,
not, but
It
Iron
don't
Man
matter
is the
how smart he
Batman.
is. What you gotta
With prep
realize
time, he can
is,
do it.
first off, what you gotta realize is this, Marcus, is
What
that
happened?
even in the comic books, they don't, with as much as they explain how strong Magneto is and all that,
Hmm.
they don't never have him exert his power like that. That's why we saying there's a difference between looking at the comic books and looking at it reality based. They don't never have that man exert his power like that. Because let's be honest, Magneto and the Brotherhood versus the X Men, I got my money on real life Magneto and the Brotherhood. Because them niggas is not something to play with. The X Men is strong. They got some key power players and all that. But the people that they playing against is look at Juggernaut. For example, Juggernaut. Who's going to tangle with Juggernaut? Can't Jean Grey or Professor Xavier get in his head because of his helmet? His skin is impenetrable. This nigga's big, strong, and fast. Who's fucking with him? That's just Juggernaut alone. You understand? Then you got Magneto who could sit there, who could fly around and This nigga throw buildings at them. Now the thing is, you got to realize, like I said, throw a train station, a bus full of people at them. Do you think they're gonna just break through the bus, or they're gonna try to stop the bus to save the people? They're gonna try to stop the bus to save the people. While they're stopping the bus to save the people, you think somebody else ain't gonna really hurt them?
No, I'm not saying that's not gonna happen,
It's a
but
it's
Also,
a it's
that's
a
one of the
plot. It's a
main
it's not.
plot.
reasons
It's
why.
a plot
Honestly,
armor with it.
no one is completely untouchable.
And I just gotta say that's one of the main reasons why I love Magneto's character. I mainly like his end game because, like you mentioned, him throwing a train with a bunch of people. Magneto is very much I'm all about the mutants and whoever is the innocent bystander. That is not my problem. You feel
You
what I'm
gotta crack a
saying?
few eggs. That's his shit.
Magneto is
You
all
gotta
about the
break a few
mutants.
eggs. You're not gonna sit there and tell me Magneto is my nigga. Magneto built his own island. He made his
Yeah,
own
Yeah,
Dubai.
Genosha,
He made his
Genosha,
own Dubai, and nobody goes
Genosha.
there. Nobody goes there. No government. The government tried, and what he did, he sunk every ship that was there. Everything flying over, he pushed it to the side.
and you
Not
know
And
only
what?
it's,
He's
that, but the
still.
island that he was in control of, well, quote unquote, was in control of, it wasn't even an island. It was said to be that the island was a mutant in itself. So, like, the mutant is able to, like, identify other mutants and
mm-hmm,
he will allow them to come in. However, anybody who wasn't a mutant could not come into Genosha at all.
mm-hmm.
Like, it was impossible. So,
There was a paper clip that I saw. I gotta try to figure it out. If it was a fan made thing or something like that. But it was
uh-huh.
basically that the mutants and humans actually went to war, and Cyclops was on this island, and Cyclops was like he was all beat up, like he had his shirt ripped in half, bloody and all that. He had
Right.
X-Men, he had the X-Men and some people from the Brotherhood and all that behind him, and he made a video clip, and they played it like in the comic books they did it like on the news, and in the clip he said basically this island is for mutants and mutants only. They would stay there in their
Genosha.
peace. They would stay there in their peace as long as humankind doesn't come to bother them. They won't bother humankind. So I got to see how
Yeah.
true that clip is because it looked like it was a fan made thing
Wait, say that last part one more time.
that he sat there in the clip. He sat there. He said that all mutants are welcome to this island. All mutants are going to stay on this island and they're not going to interact with humankind as long as
Hmm.
humankind leaves them in peace. Because if humankind um retaliates against them or something like that, they will respond.
Saying Cyclops said that or
Yeah, that
Magneto?
Cyclops, that
Oh,
that
Cyclops said
Cyclops
that.
was in front of a camera saying that, and they broadcasted it to all news things. But it was that um the people and the mutants went to war, and a lot of mutants died, and a lot of people died, and so
Yeah.
that was Cyclops' resolve. He pulled all the mutants into this
Yeah.
island, and that was it. But I gotta
Oh, you
see
talking
if
about
that
after
is
Xavier died, right?
yeah. But
I
I
know
don't
what you're
know if
talking
that's a
about.
real comic book or if that was a fan made
No, that's no, that's
thing.
the actual comic book.
Yeah, I
Because
was
that's,
gonna say I think that's a
I think that's,
comic.
I think that's still a part of Avengers versus X-Men. Because it was a whole
Mm,
thing with it that Captain America ensured that it was something with Captain America was sure that the government would not bother them.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's when they started
And I
saying like,
think that's how
oh, you
the
work for.
beginning of.
That's where the Avengers started getting into the issue with the government because the government was like, you had no right to agree to that. You work for us. We don't work for you. And that's where Captain America started coming with the idea of, oh, we're too strong that not one government should have control over us or something like that. That progressed
Yeah.
the next story though. But that,
See that? I would like to see that.
I think
I would like
though
to see that. And
I think the reason why because I do remember like a story to where like humans and mutants they did go into a war because of a plant, I believe. and the plant had the ability to for humans, they had the plant had the ability to heal all sickness and everlasting life and all of that other stuff. But then when mutants ate the plant, it like accelerated their abilities.
Was it that called the Genosha plant?
No, no, no. It wasn't a Genosha plant. It was called something else. But I think that's how the war started because like humans was like, well, we should be able to like take control of this and put taxes on it and all the other government bullshit.
Yeah.
And like the mutants were like, no, if we give you this plant, y'all gotta leave us alone. But then the humans turned their backs and you know,
Mm.
humans were
Humans did what
humans.
humans do. Humans did what humans are good at.
Yeah.
Greedy.
Yeah.
But nah, definitely. Marcus, I don't agree. I'm sorry, I don't agree on that one. Magneto would definitely wipe Iron Man to the ground, no questions asked. However,
Wow.
don't get it twisted. Iron Man does have capabilities to like hold his own. You know what I mean? Like Iron Man is not no weak bitch by a long shot.
No, we're not.
He could
I'm not
definitely
saying. I'm
hold his
not saying this
own.
is a walk in the park, but and at the end of it all, my money's on Magneto. He gonna have to fight for it. He really gonna have to fight, but I got my money on Magneto.
For what, against
Yeah.
Iron Man?
Yeah.
Magneto all the way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have to agree with everybody with this one.
Listen,
I know.
there's very few
I
people that I
finally.
could sit there, and there's very few people that could sit there and, to be honest, Magneto is one of my favorite villains, and it's not being biased or anything like that. But there's very few people that I could sit there and say, all right, they'll beat Magneto. You understand?
Yeah.
There's very few people out there.
But you know what's
Magneto is
crazy, Boo?
not something to beat. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I wouldn't necessarily classify Magneto as a villain. Like, I think he's an antagonist, and I think
He's more of an
he's
anti-hero.
he's an anti-hero exactly.
Yeah.
Like he
He's
doesn't
like
have a
one of
bad heart.
those
Like
like
he's fought against villains and all that before.
yeah,
He just wants his people to be recognized and protected.
yeah,
No, yeah, I
exactly,
get that.
Because you gotta remember, he
yeah,
joined up against Doctor Fate. He joined up against Von Doom because of the shit Von Doom was doing. He joined with
Yeah.
the Fantastic Four in that.
yeah.
I think he
So
lost.
let me ask
If
y'all
I'm not
this.
mistaken, he still
So
lost to him. That one I could be wrong about, but
let me ask y'all this. So being
Well,
that I think we all know that Magneto is the father of Wanda and Pietro, do y'all
yeah,
think there's a possibility that that's introduced? You
they gotta
know?
bring it up. They gotta bring it in now.
they're probably not gonna bring it in with the Wanda we know. Probably with the Quicksilver of the other generation because if I'm not, I haven't seen the X-Men movies, but I don't think they introduced Wanda at all. So that will probably be where the Wanda that I know, the Wanda that she's locked up in a mental institution because she couldn't. Wanda's locked up in a mental institution because she couldn't control her powers. So Magneto asked for Professor Xavier to lock her mind. Basically, she's locked inside her a prison in her mind because of Professor Xavier. Wanda ends up breaking out of the mental institution. That's why she hates Magneto. She hates Professor Xavier so much because like you're my father, you locked me up, and then you don't know me, but yet you locked me in my mind and put me in a
But
mental
Wanda
institution as
was
if I
his
was crazy.
favorite. Wanda was his
Mm-hmm.
favorite. I
Because
mean,
he
no,
felt like
in
because
terms of
when
children, in terms of children,
I love that laugh, yo. But not because he felt like Wanda would be able to progress the mutants the way he wanted to do. But
yeah,
the one that I know is obviously she couldn't control her power. Like she was too unstable.
yeah, she was definitely too unstable. And hell, House of M, if you're familiar with those comics, like she warped reality to the extent of, like
Like
craziness.
she
Like
lacked all of mute.
everybody was living at their individual reality. Like, what kind of power like,
Oh
what
yeah.
person do you know, like, has the ability to give every single person in the world their own reality? Like, for example, Spider-Man in the
He's an
comics,
activist.
they, showed
Magneto's an
one of
activist.
his
Yeah.
storylines to where,
You
Wanda warped his
you know what?
reality. He was married to Mary Jane. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
still Spider-Man, but, he had the life that he always wanted,
Wait,
being
wait, wait.
able to raise a kid, live a married life, that
Mm.
sort of thing. So,
I
Yeah.
think this is what
I got
WandaVision
a question.
was supposed to
Wait.
start
I got a
to
question for
show
y'all.
everybody
What
her true power.
do y'all know Wanda's abilities?
yeah.
Like, do you know? Is she a mutant or is she a human?
No, no, no. She's not a human. So Wanda actually has an extensive, I guess you would say, ability because of
Yeah.
the simple fact Wanda isn't only a mutant, but she's also a witch. So she's
Yeah.
also able to tap into mystical.
That's
Always.
that's the
She's
difference.
also able to tap into like her mystical side. So I wouldn't necessarily classify her as a mutant, but she's definitely mixed.
She's she she's
She's a
she's
mutant, but
called
she also
a
has
neon
that
human.
ability.
But that's what makes her so powerful is because she's a
Yeah,
witch and
yeah.
she's telekinesis. But the other thing is that she's not like average. She's really strong. Like she has a strong pull to both. That's what makes
But
her
that's why
untouchable.
when
That's
they
what makes her
asked her
untouchable.
But yeah, I
how she
went
did it, she didn't know how she created that whole reality.
exactly,
No,
and not to
and you
give
also gotta
away
remember
too much, but to comment
there was a point in
on what
time.
you just said, Joey. Like Wanda's power is to the extent of her not even knowing she did this. You know what I mean? Like
Uh huh.
There's no limits
her
on her shit.
That's
power
why. And remember, she
exceeded
also.
her expectations. Like she was able to
But I
warp an
think, but
entire situation.
but I think they're gonna Magneto is. I feel Magneto is going to be shown in WandaVision somehow, some way in the next
Hmm.
season because
They're gonna.
they have to get to her origin.
Yeah.
They have to get to
What
her
it,
Yeah,
origin.
and
the thing is,
origin. Speaking of origin, and I just want to throw this out there to encourage.
that laugh.
You know, I want to talk about origin for a second without giving too much away, but I think this will also encourage you and Boo Boo and Marcus to catch up. Like they don't go full into her origin, but they went back a little bit and like a lot was explained. For instance, the situation with the bomb, that fell on her house and stuff like that when her and Pietro were children. That was explained. As we all know, when Vision died, he died on Wakanda. So how the fuck
Yeah.
did he come to America? That's explained.
Oh,
Her powers, that is
so
explained. So hopefully that encourages y'all. Like really get
I
into
Nah,
saw.
it.
I'm up to
I've been
date.
wanting to watch it.
I'm up
I've
to
been
date.
wanting to watch it.
I'm up to
I'm
date with
just,
it.
I'm a binge watcher, so I hate
yeah.
watching.
I mean,
I,
but it's
so I
already
sit
8 episodes.
there. It's
It's 8 episodes,
y'all know
so
they about to end the season. So once this last episode
this
come out,
Friday, this
then
Friday, this
yeah.
Friday
So
is the
This
finale.
Friday, I'll watch all
Yes.
of it. I'll watch it all one day.
Nah.
I would.
Dang, you gotta get
I ain't got listen. I ain't got nothing else to do. I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I ain't got nothing else to do. Trust me, I got time.
but we won't get it till 3 o'clock in the morning. Friday morning.
Oh, even better. Even
But
better.
listen, like a lot is explained and hopefully that like encourages y'all like
It
to get
explained.
on.
It explained especially the lady who thought she was powerful. You know who I'm talking
Agatha
about? Because
Harkness. So Marcus, Agatha Harkness is essentially the Salem witch in the comics who isn't necessarily a villain because there are instances to where she was also like helpful to the Fantastic Four. She was the
Yeah.
one who like showed Wanda how to control her abilities. So in the comics,
She's an
Agatha Harkness was
activist.
also an anti-hero, but in the show, it's interesting to see like how they switched it up and
yeah,
how they were able
There
to
we
like
go.
stay authentic to Agatha Harkness as a character
hello.
in the comics, but also
Yeah.
gives her the room to grow in the future of the MCU. So Agatha,
Mm.
See something serious in the show.
Yep, yep. I just hope, like, I'm just glad everything is in order the way it's supposed to be because the truth be told, like with the
No
whole
scream.
Thanos situation,
Oh,
like my
okay,
father
the
has,
161. All right, thank you.
like my father had explained it to me too. He said during the whole Thanos going crazy shit, like a lot of people, like a lot of the celestial beings hop in, like the Watchers hop in, and
Yeah.
all that. Like a lot of them hop in, and they ain't show none of that.
Oh,
Like,
Nah,
wait. But that's the
no,
thing,
not
though.
not
I
not
have to
the
comment
watches.
on
A
something real
watcher
quick
jumped in.
mm-hmm.
because your dad is halfway wrong. He's halfway
Well,
wrong because in the comics, when Thanos did his snap, I know there's celestial beings like the Watcher, but then there's also another one. It's like a three-headed figure who's like overall. They have like the final say. And what was
yeah,
interesting in the comics was they didn't see it to be a problem that Thanos snapped his fingers and wiped away half of reality because they thought, you know, okay, yeah, he might have wiped away half, but for the other half, they're able to live longer lives. They have more food. They have a lot
yeah,
more stuff than what they had when it was like a whole situation with everybody in the universe.
yeah,
So in the comics, Thanos wasn't looked at to be like such a bad person to like the
yeah.
Celestials and them.
I mean that I get it. I ain't gonna front. Like, there's been a couple of times where I looked at the people who, let's not say villains, let's say activists, right? Where they got a point. I just wanted to know what the hell was Thanos' point? Like, what was his reasoning for knocking out half of the universe?
He wanted to wipe away
Cause
half of the universe
But
because
why? Just to do it?
he thought
he
that
felt like it was
okay,
a good way to
so
restart or something like that.
our resources our resources to us are limitless, but in actuality, there is an end to the gas that we pump from the ground, to the clean
Mm-hmm.
water, to the fresh air. There is a limit to that at some point. So Thanos, he's the type of person who's thinking about the future instead of the now. So his whole being for trying to wipe away half of humanity will eventually slow down resources being consumed faster. You get what I'm
Mm,
saying?
yeah.
Thank you. So
But he didn't just do it with Earth though. He did it with
no, he did the
all
entire
existence.
universe.
Yeah, that's what he
Mm,
was doing. He was going to planets and killing half of them. He was going to
When he
planets, taking
mm,
found
over the planets, and killing half of them. But I'm
And
not
then
gonna
and
hold
that
you.
shit almost,
also
His
interesting.
ideal is twisty, bro.
but it almost killed him.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Trying to do that shit almost killed him.
Hmm. I'm just mad on what's his name didn't call Captain Marvel earlier.
Come out. See, and that's another thing too. And I'm not going into spoilers, but like
Yeah,
Captain Marvel got beef. Well, people got beef with Captain Marvel now.
yeah, on
Oh,
People
Earth.
word?
got beef with her.
Wow, what you do?
I can't tell you what she did because like we don't know. We just know
Ain't
that
she?
there's
Oh,
beef. Like
Ain't she
Listen,
basically like Superman? She untouchable or
listen,
something like
listen,
that?
listen. WandaVision is starting a lot of Easter eggs when it comes to these movies coming out. Doctor Strange
Yeah.
2. A character that Doctor Strange is going to fight or somebody that he's going to have to battle in his thing is named in WandaVision.
oh, what's his name? Yeah, there's one nigga I want to see him fight against, and I can't remember his fucking name for
wait, what
nothing. It's a
happened?
villain. It's a villain of his.
Villain of
Fuck,
Doctor Strange.
I
One of
can't
his
Doctor
remember
Doctor
his
Strange's
name.
main villains. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to spoil it a little bit.
Who is it?
But
Nah,
one
who
of his
is it?
Wait,
Who
main
is it?
villains
you
is
mean
Nightmare.
Brother Voodoo?
No,
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Huh?
Nightmare,
Nightmare.
yeah.
I want to see him
That's
against
one of
Nightmare.
Doctor Strange's one of his things. So they're trying to tie that into from WandaVision to Doctor Strange too. Now, what Christina was talking about was one of the characters in WandaVision who's connected to Captain Marvel is pushing through Captain Marvel 2 at the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to give a lot of explanation
Yeah,
with a lot of different things.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm about to start watching this shit tonight. Fuck it. There's enough episodes.
Yeah, I'm
I
telling
gotta
you.
watch the movies, honestly. Wow.
You good, Christina? You look lost.
But
You going to work? You on your way to work now?
who me?
Yeah,
She
Yeah.
at work already.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's what WandaVision is.
Um,
WandaVision is spreading out everything. So when you start tying in a lot of shit, and a lot of the people that's in there, you're gonna be like, wow, wow, where, for real? Yeah,
Nah, I gotta start watching it. I gotta start watching it.
it's a good show, and I like how it ties a lot of things together.
Lay down.
Excuse me, but he's playing
Lay
2K21,
down.
and he's losing 42-0, and he's laughing.
Nigga ain't shit. He probably think he winning. Lay
The
down.
babies. You want to know who he got? The Lakers versus the Heat,
And
and
he's the
he's the
Lakers.
Lake. Yeah,
I knew it. I knew it.
get his ass smacked. And he's just laughing about it. Everybody's cold on there.
Mm. Yo, does anybody here watch Supernatural?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna binge watch from
You
season
haven't
one all
watched
the way
it?
to the last season.
All right. Christina, you watch Supernatural? No, Christina don't watch Supernatural. Let me tell you something. I
You
gotta
spoil it
say
for me.
it. No, I gotta say it. The way they ended, because they done with it. 15 seasons, they're done. They ended the whole series and all that, right? The way they ended it was so perfect. I teared a little bit. I cried. I cried.
he said I cried a
You
little
got you
bit.
got Marcus laughs at me, but you got to remember, I've been watching this show. They have 15 seasons. I've been watching this show with them for 15 fucking years. I feel a connection with these people. You understand? Like, yo, I damn near cried like a baby. Like, I was sitting there with tears and all that. Like, yo, because the way they ended it was perfect.
Wait,
Love it.
what you cried about?
Supernatural.
Oh, I don't even watch Supernatural, so
Now that,
She don't watch Supernatural.
nah.
Nah.
Oh, I feel
well, find
she don't
something
mess
else
with.
to listen to then.
The
Yeah, you don't mean
I'm
you
more of
want
a
me to blast
charm
the
kind of
TV?
girl.
I don't like the new Charmed.
Charm?
I'm sorry.
What?
I don't like.
Sis,
Nah. Wait,
I think
Joey.
execution. I think the
In
execution is
comparison,
horrible.
in
I
But
don't like
I
the new
comparison,
really,
or
Charmed.
really
at
like the
all?
story.
I don't
In
like the new Charmed.
comparison, or at all?
I don't like the new Charmed at
Like
all.
comparing the new charm to the old charm, no
I would never
contest.
compare
Old
them.
charm, old
I would
charm
never.
wins. The new charm on its own is okay. I wouldn't say it's top 10. I would definitely say, if you
I
want to
got
give it
to
a try,
episode 3. No. I got to episode 3 and I was like, no.
really?
Let
Yeah.
me tell you something. That new Sabrina the Teenage Witch shit is fire though.
That
I
one,
heard.
That shit is fire.
I saw season 1, but like I ain't really get into it.
All right, it is not great. It's not a great show, but compared to the Sabrina the Teenage Witch that we watched, that shit is great.
nah, it's
I
my
was
it's more
sitting there watching.
gory.
I'm like, oh shit! Like, it had me scared and all that.
Yeah. I mean, the first season was fire. Yeah, I fucked with it, but I just didn't watch the second season or nothing like that.
I feel like people overhyped it a bit
Overhyped
much,
it,
but
yeah.
Sabrina is still good.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like when I first saw like the old Sabrina, it was like cute little kitty magic, but then like in the Netflix shit, this shit got demons and that it's
Yo,
more of
Yeah.
like a darker
Yeah,
situation, and I was a little caught off guard. I was like, "What?"
that's what caught me too. And I finally this past week that went by, I finally for the first time watched it the remake.
I'm sorry, y'all. The train. I'm gonna mute y'all.
Uh, but the remake of it, I just watched
Yeah, I
it.
remember. I called you the other day. You was watching that shit.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I don't
I
do
could give
horror
it a
movies,
try.
so that movie.
It's not that bad, Marcus. It really isn't that bad. It's not a horror movie like The Conjuring.
Yeah.
I saw The
Uh,
Conjuring.
maybe.
I ain't see The Conjuring too. I know when
It's on
where my
Netflix.
limits is at.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Joey, I want to say this now that we be on the phone together, cause like I did watch, a few episodes when I wasn't out and stuff. Well, when I wasn't like, recording and stuff. But that Wonder Woman movie was trash. That
You on
shit was
84?
I don't
horrible.
Yeah,
think so.
84
The
looked
new one,
beat.
the 1845 shit or whatever.
1984. I don't think it was trash as
1980.
Yeah,
much as it said.
That movie
Why
was
you guys made
trash.
me die? Yo, like heels, maybe?
Yeah, it's setting up. It was trying to set up the Justice League movie.
You know what they did? What you know what? DC is just horrible. I love DC. I mean, eh,
Did you see the new? Did you see the
their
new
live action is just horrible.
the
Huh?
new preview for the new Justice League movie?
Nope, I'm not watching any of it.
but this is
I'm
my
not gonna hold
problem.
you.
This is the problem I have with them though. They so focused on
Beating Marvel, they didn't.
the main characters that they forget the side characters make the show too. Like you understand? Because
You know who's in the new one?
Because of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Cyborg. So those are the main characters. So they're gonna focus on them. But like, what about everybody else? There's other people that gets involved that we would love to see.
You
That
know what
if
it
you
Dark
is?
bring
Side is
them in,
coming.
you'll probably pull in more
Dark
money.
Dark Side is
You
coming.
want
Put it that way.
you want to know what it is? Is that DC didn't plan this
Yeah,
out.
but this is what
DC
I'm
didn't
saying.
plan this
Dark
out.
Sea,
They did this. They did this to try and battle with Marvel. When Marvel already had this
Yeah.
as a 10-year plan, DC just did it that Marvel did it so we could do it. That was the
yeah,
problem with
but that's the
the
problem.
I agree.
director don't follow the comics at all. The director's like, oh, I don't read the comics. I know nothing about the comics. So how are you gonna do something if you don't even know the origin? To the point that
Later.
hard DC fans like, yo, like you're really messing us up.
Later.
Exactly.
And
Because my thing is
that's where
now
DC messed up at.
you got Dark Seed coming, right?
Tomorrow.
You got Dark Seed coming,
How do you bring
and
him
you
so
still haven't,
fast?
and you still haven't introduced Shazam to the Justice
Green
League.
Lantern.
You
Green Lantern.
you still
Shazam.
Green Lantern or the Corp, the Martian Manhunter, none of that. And Dark Siege comes down and he fights all of them,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and
Boo
they
I
still
agree.
haven't introduced none of them niggas.
And
I agree with what you
Darcy's ain't
said
even
about.
like he's not even like a fast villain. Darcy comes after the first 10 is developed.
And
The first 10
the
Justice
truth
League
be
members are
told,
there.
they doing it backwards because Dark Siege is supposed to come after Brainiac. They're supposed to fight
Uh-huh.
Brainiac first, and then Dark
Because
Siege and Brainiac go to war, and then Brainiac comes and then Dark Siege come, and some shit. Hold on, give me 1 second.
that's how it's supposed
Nah,
to be.
but I agree with
Because
what Boo Boo
Brainiac
said
is
about like.
Darkseid's Brainiac was what Darkseid's advisor or something. That was the whole reason for Darkseid wanted to come down. And all he wants is a good fight.
Yeah, but here goes the thing. They're introducing him, right? But the Joker from the Joker movie, not
Uh-huh.
not the what is
Jared
that?
Leto?
Yeah, not the Joker from Suicide Squad, but the Joker, the movie Joker. He's in
Yeah.
Yeah.
that movie.
Which don't make no sense.
It
I don't feel like
doesn't.
they should I don't feel like they should
Yeah.
have used that Joker.
No,
Oh,
hold on, wait, Joey. I think you got it mixed up. So the Joker that was in Suicide Squad
He's
and
not.
that whole
He
Harley Quinn thing, that's the Joker that's gonna be in this DC universe. However, you know they have a new Batman coming out with
Yeah,
the dude that
without
plays
Ben Affleck. Yeah, without Ben Affleck. But Ben
the one
Affleck
that
is in the new just like if
no,
you do the
not Ben
trailer.
Affleck, not Ben
No, no,
Affleck,
no,
the
no.
dude
But in
that
the
played in Twilight.
but if you
Yeah,
Google the Justice League trailer, Justice League 2 trailer, it has Ben Affleck on a boat with that Joker from the movie The Joker.
No, it's the Joker from the Harley Quinn. That's the Harley Quinn Joker that's in the Justice League movie.
Not
mm.
in the first
Not the one that
not
came
the
out with
first
the
one.
movie Joker.
I'm talking about the new did you see the new trailer?
Yeah, I saw the ending of it too.
That's not the Harley Quinn Joker. I'm telling you it's not the Harley Quinn Joker.
You gotta look it up. You gotta Google it. Yeah, and again, and since we back on DC, well, since we
But
still
it
on
still
DC,
doesn't make any
they still
sense.
haven't even
They
DC
didn't
still haven't
introduce
even
nothing.
introduced.
Nothing.
They still haven't even
They did
introduced the eighth village.
they did one Aquaman movie. They
Hmm.
did a Superman movie. They did two Wonder Woman movies. They're bringing a new
Hmm.
Batman movie. So they didn't
No,
do a
but that's a
Cyborg.
different universe. That's a
They're
different
doing
universe.
but they didn't do a Cyborg movie, and they're doing a Flash. They just about to start doing a Flash movie. Like
They did it so backwards, bro. They did it so backwards. And then
like
I'm not gonna hold you. You got this guy. You got Cyborg complaining now. I would have fired
But
his
listen,
ass.
y'all, I
He
gotta
he.
go. My train coming. I love
All right,
y'all, and like I'll talk to y'all
Go
later.
ahead.
love you.
He
Get to work
you
safe.
got Cyborg
yeah, get to
complaining
work safe.
because apparently minorities isn't represented enough in Justice League. But if you look at them, you look at the color of their skin and all that, that makes perfect sense. Is there other colored villains? I mean, superheroes, yeah, but they come in after Justice League. Why am I about me for inactivity? I'm right here, stupid. They come the minorities like the Spanish and the Black heroes. They come in after Dark Siege.
Hello,
Dark Siege
Latoya.
is sort of like what brings other heroes into because that's when they start asking. That's where they start asking street level heroes for help. But yet again, that makes no sense. You first got to establish universal heroes first in order to then ask for street heroes.
Yeah. Hi, Latoya. I know it's been a while since ha, the holidays, but yes, we're here streaming and we're just free talking
I don't know.
about. Right
DC
now, we're talking
just
about superheroes and villains now.
DC just got to pack
DC.
it up at this point in time, bro.
Nah, they need to
Marvel
do better.
introduced everybody.
What
Marvel
happened? What you
introduced
said?
everybody. I said Marvel introduced everybody.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
DC's not introducing nobody.
they not. They not. And
Like
that's
the
the problem
Suicide
is that.
Squad.
And you know what? That should have been the start of it with the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Suicide Squad came out. Then
No, but the
he's
thing
the
is that
Flash.
Suicide Squad ties in for another role.
Yeah, but
That's the thing.
that's still because you gotta look at who it is on Suicide Squad. You gotta remember who it is they face off with. You understand?
Yeah.
There's people that's missing. They still haven't. You still got Doctor Fate. You still got the fucking magician twins. I forgot their names. You understand?
The Magician Twins, yeah.
The magician twins. I
Shazam.
forgot their names. But you
Shazam
know
didn't
what?
get introduced.
What's their name?
I said Shazam didn't get introduced to.
Yeah, Shazam still hasn't met. Shazam still hasn't met anybody in the Justice League. You understand? Even though they did it at the end where he brought Superman to the school, they still haven't did nothing crazy. You understand?
Yeah.
You
And that's
still
another
got a
thing.
whole bunch. And before you bring in Darkseid, you got to remember on Earth in the mountains, There's a village. It's something like Wakanda. There's a whole village of these ape like men. These ape people.
Yeah.
These are apes that are they're just like Wakanda. They're just like Wakanda. They sit there. They technology is great and all that. They're apes and all that. They have a certain crystal that Brainiac needs to use that Dark Siege wants. They find out about these eight people. They go and they fight these niggas off, whatever, because one of the evil niggas break out, destroys the he does something crazy. Then I'm finding out about these the eighth detective and all that. I forgot what they're called, but basically, all in all, they tie in because the evil dude gets the crystal. And when he gets the crystal, it sends out a signal that Brainiac catches. And Brainiac comes over here with his army. But by the time that happens, they already met Hawk Hawkman, Hawkwoman. They had the Flash, Hawkman, Hawkwoman, Aquaman. They had the Teen Titans was already made. You understand?
Yeah, and they're all supposed to battle these guys.
Yeah.
Nothing is tied in. Nothing is tied in. DC is all over the place.
Well, and that's another thing. We forgot about Hawkman and Hawkwoman. Like they bugged out.
We're almost finished, Dad. But when they went to Green Lantern did the whole space thing, they were supposed to tie that in. They didn't tie that in.
Yeah. I don't
They
know.
didn't tie that in. They didn't tie that in. Then they did. There was no Flash movie. So how the hell you know about the Flash after Suicide Squad? But there was no Flash movie.
Yeah.
You understand? Then
hmm
there's
And
no.
that's what gets me tight. Cause you know what? The truth be told, my DC my when I grew up on DC, I grew up on DC Justice League. And when I
Yeah,
grew up on Marvels, I grew up on Marvel, X
Avengers,
Men, and
X-Men, Avengers.
yeah, but not really the Avengers too much. I grew up on X Men, Iron Man, and Spider Man. You understand?
Yeah.
They doing DC bad. Like they doing DC real bad. Like horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Truth be told, I'm mad that they can't find like
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a game right now.
it's like they can't find to me. They can't find a decent Batman. They
Nobody
can't.
wants to play. You see how Iron Man did his for a long
Yeah.
time?
hmm
And Captain America got to play Captain America did it for a long time. And Thor's doing it for a long time. A lot of these characters doing it for a long time for Marvel. Nobody's signing those long things for DC. And the fact of the matter remains is that Deadpool is Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So you can't get him to play Green Lantern now. Because he's stuck in the MCU. With Deadpool, because Deadpool better come into the MCU.
Yeah.
So how that's gonna work?
Yeah. They gonna have to bring in the Black Green Lantern.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Remember, wait. Remember. There's four Green Lanterns. There's a black one. There's two whites, and then there's the woman. So
Yeah.
I think he played what Hal as
How?
Green
Yeah.
Lantern. So they could just take Hal out because remember for the first half of Green Lantern, that one Green Lantern that was human was nowhere in the in the comics. He was in a whole different sector.
Yeah,
It was I think Hal that joined Justice League first, and then that's when the other Green Lantern human came.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering it correctly, I'm not much of a DC fan, so
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
No. That's because they had the black dude. I forgot his name. The cop. He was a cop. They had him
Yeah.
as the Green Lantern. He was there. But my thing with Batman is, you know what get me tight with Batman? They could find a good Bruce Wayne. You understand? They could find a
You
good
can't.
guy but to find,
Christian Bale was
no.
probably as
What
close as
what
possible,
gets
and
me
he
tight with Batman? What gets me tight with Batman is his fighting. This nigga fight scenes is fucking trash, bro. They
Because
they
remember
do too much. They do too much.
his
Batman
suit.
only no. Batman only has a utility belt. He has a great tights. The black armor is over with the yellow utility belt and a cape. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You put on
And of
so much
course,
shit on this nigga. These niggas can't move. They look like little kids with boxing
listen,
gloves.
but
Run now. This is where
so
this
far,
is where it's different though. Because in
you
the
know, we're
comics he has all that shit, but all that
yeah,
shit is
but
mobile.
yeah, but you got to remember when they made a mistake because when they did Batman Returns and then the Dark Knight and the like all that Dark Knight, he was supposed
Yeah,
to be the Batman to play in the Justice League with these people.
yeah.
He chose he didn't want to do it no more.
Mm.
You get what I'm
Chris,
saying? And that's just
Christian Bales, right? Or something.
yeah, that's the thing where I'm saying like DC got in order for you to play a character in Marvel, you gotta sign a long contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This nigga signed an Iron Man contract. He was what Iron Man for like what 15, 20 years, some shit like that? 10, 15
Yeah.
years. So
Well,
when he died, he was like, okay, I'm done with it. When the guy that played Captain America said, okay, I'm old, I'm done with it. But guess what? Now they're trying to bring him back.
He might come back too.
Oh my god.
But now, how long is he planning on coming back for?
I think they need to come up with a better costume.
Oh my god.
They're gonna cut.
As Bruce Wayne, he's decent. I like him. Cool. The gadgets is fun. That's great. He even does his own voice. I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Cool. But when he fights, bro, it's annoying.
Go over there.
When he fights,
Yeah.
you can see the script in the fight.
Yeah, but
Like
that's the thing. That's the thing. These Batmans are not like Michael Keaton or George Clooney or the dude that played in the Dark Knight and all that stuff. They
yeah.
actually wanted to do it. These guys was paid. Here's $1 million. That's why a new Batman's coming in. They don't like Ben Affleck. They said he didn't play. He didn't play good in Daredevil. Why would you put him in another
Superhero. But what's crazy
Yeah.
that Ben Affleck, if he wanted to, with his
He's a
skills, he would
shit
be perfect
actor.
for it.
To
You
me,
think
Ben
so?
Affleck is a shit actor. I don't
He's
like.
a B.
Bro,
Yeah,
you
he's
know what
a
it
B
is?
actor.
He doesn't.
Well,
He doesn't play. Hold on,
Name one
wait.
movie that you can really sit there and say, "Damn,
Wait.
Ben Affleck did." Yeah, go
He
ahead.
doesn't put effort into it. That's his thing. Like he's like, oh, I'm already a hot shot. That's personally how I feel about it. Like he knows he's a hot shot and all this. So it's like, why would I put my effort into this?
Which makes
And
him a
that's what
shit
that's
actor to
fucks it
me.
up. Yeah, he is
Sucks.
based over that. But to say that he's a shit actor because he has no acting skills
I'm not doing
is
it.
I think it's dragging it.
I mean, his acting skills is better than mine, but when
Can
you
you
compare him to
really,
other
please?
actors, he's a shit actor.
Mouthful. But
I think his name is what drags him. Like he just got a catchy name, so that's what it is. Because
No, but
I've never
see,
seen a movie with Ben Affleck in it, and I say, you know what? I fucking love this guy.
the thing about it is
he's loving the work.
he's not a star. He's a co-star.
Yeah,
Like you know, everybody has that main character. He can't be the main character. He got to be the.
yeah.
That's
He
why
gotta be the
when it was
support.
Batman versus Superman, it was more off Superman, off of what Superman battling
yeah, he
Doomsday
made on Big
and
Sky
dying.
look good.
You know, he made Batman look good in that
Yeah.
movie, Batman versus Superman. But it wasn't
Yeah.
really Batman versus Superman. It was Batman versus Superman, but Superman versus Doomsday.
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
basically it was.
And that's the thing. How you have a good actor as I can't remember his name. Someone that play the guy that plays Superman and like you don't even do well with it.
yo, he's a great Superman. Let me tell you something.
No.
Out of all the
He's great,
Supermans
but
that
the
we
story
had,
and all that,
Yeah.
that nigga Superman is fucking amazing, bro. I like him as an actor as Superman. He is a patriot. You know what I'm saying? Like he's great.
No, definitely. His thing, he did his job. But you know what? I feel like she caught me. Stupid ass, bro. Yeah, you can turn on the light. Yo, my team is just trash. That's the problem. Sorry. He's a great actor, and he did it like he plays the part
I think
well.
Marcus
and
is
they
just
needed
trash and
a
he's just
bad
blaming it on
story.
his team. That's what happened.
Yeah, Listen, I'm a tank in my DPS. I'm a tank and I'm doing golden damage. That shouldn't be. I'm a
I'm gonna
DPS.
kill
I'm
you,
a
big
tank.
guy.
But they just gave him. I don't know, like the story for
Come on, Batman,
Superman.
kill the guy.
It just didn't fit well with him.
Yo, big guy.
Yeah.
I feel like there was too many holes in that. Like they didn't. They like I said, regardless, they rushed this just because they seen Marvel do it. So they was like, oh yeah, let me. Marvel did it, so that means we can do it, and that's what messed them up. They need to
no,
stay in
see,
the animated series.
but they
They
didn't
just
do
need
what
to.
Marvel did. Marvel did Iron Man. Nick Fury was in there. Marvel did a couple of Incredible Hulks. Nick Fury was in there. Marvel did Captain America and all this stuff, and he got frozen. And guess who found him? Nick
They got the
Fury.
healer.
They got the Thor came out. Who was there to think? Coulson and Nick Fury to talk to them. Doctor Strange pulled Thor. So everybody started tying in themselves little by little.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though, is that when they did do the Marvel series, they made sure to throw in that agent, whoever it was. They made sure to throw in that
Coulson.
agent, Coulson. So it sort of wraps everybody into it.
Yeah, but in DC you got Batman. In the DC universe you got Batman. Batman should
Yeah,
be
but-
on everything.
Yeah, but
On everybody.
Batman,
but hold
remember
on,
though,
it's not
wait,
not Batman being on it.
Remember,
What's that?
Batman before Justice League wasn't a planetary hero. He was only a state hero.
And he was only for Gotham, yeah.
He was only for Gotham. What tied him in was
With
that he was
Superman.
he started looking into other states. And
What
through the
tied him in was Superman. When Superman had to fight with
yeah,
Bizarro. No, not was it Bizarro? I think
No.
I
it
don't
was.
know who it was,
No.
but it
No,
showed it in the,
it was-
it showed it in the movie when it was battling. When he looked up and all these buildings was falling, and it was
Yeah.
a big battle that tied him. It was supposed to tie him in, but when it tied him in, it was all supposed to tie Wonder Woman in.
Yeah.
But
What happened? What happens is that somehow, some way, Superman caught Batman's attention. When he caught Batman's attention, Batman said, "All right, let me see what else is out there."
yeah, because
And
remember,
he started.
it was in
finding
Metropolis.
shit.
It was.
Uh-huh.
That's what happened. Batman.
It was the
left
shit with him
Gotham.
and Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he left Gotham to go to Metropolis
hmm
because something happened
And-
with Lex in Gotham, and then he went to Metropolis.
And yep, and he was fighting Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor came up with that machine that had the kryptonite in it.
You got the Batman?
And that this going off of the comic books and the cartoons. You understand? This is me going off the comic books and cartoons.
come on.
When
I'm a
when
fire, bro.
when Superman was fighting Lex Luthor, and all that, Batman did a little bit of research, and Batman realized, Batman did, he did his 1 + 1 = 2,
Good guy.
and he went to go speak to Clark.
hmm
And when something was happening, there was something else that was happening that was going on. Batman kept Clark around and made it so that he couldn't turn into Superman. And then when Batman released the pressure, let him go, then all of a sudden Superman came around. That's when he realized who he is.
Yeah.
So that's when Batman said, "All right, if I ever got to face this guy, what's going to happen? Whatever, this and that." But then Batman also did a wide search. He told what's his name? He told the butler, Jeffrey, Alfred. He told Alfred, "I want to do a search." And he said, "All right, for who? The Joker, the stuff, sir?" And he goes, "No, I want to do a wide search for anything unusual, unsolved." And then that's where he came up across Aquaman. That's where he came up across Wonder Woman. Mysterious
Flash.
woman saves this and that. And then he sits there and says, "Okay." He starts planning for these people. He got a file on them and all that, but he's not thinking about them. What brings them into it was that they sat there, and who was it? There's somebody that comes around, and I can't remember if it was Bizarro or if it was the machine that Lex Luthor made that was indestructible, that Superman couldn't beat. I
It was
forgot the
Doomsday.
machine's name. It was
It was
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
It wasn't Doomsday. It was
Yeah,
Doomsday.
remember, Superman was fighting Doomsday, and Doomsday is what killed Superman, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, Superman died!" And then it was a black.
And then
Man of
Batman
Steel.
reached out and
Yeah,
Batman reached out and caught everybody together. Hmm. But
to
even,
save him.
but even with all that, he's still supposed to, he's still supposed to get connected to the Green Lantern because while all that is happening, the Green Lantern
Yeah,
goes through his own little thing. You understand?
yeah.
Hawkeye and Hawkgirl's around. He got to get connected to them. Martian Manhunter comes to Earth because of the Green Lantern
Hold on, hold on,
Corps.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Now remember, here goes where they messed up at with that Earth. You
Uh,
ready? That
what?
Martian that's supposed to be there
Yeah.
Yeah.
played in Supergirl.
Wait, Supergirl's a different universe.
Yeah, but the Martian
Remember, they
that
did
was
that with
there.
Flash.
Yeah, but remember the Martian that was on there is the Martian that should have been going to the Justice League. Remember the Martian that when they revealed that he was a Martian on Supergirl,
Yeah.
he was supposed to go to the Justice League. That Martian was supposed to go to Justice League, but because they're in different Earths.
I don't know. DC just messes up.
And they
Like right
screwed,
now,
and they screwed up
right
because
now.
Green Arrow is supposed to come in soon.
Yeah, and
And
this is another thing. How do you have a top Green Arrow player, right? That all the comic book fans enjoy Green Arrow from the Arrow. Everybody enjoys his acting skills of him. Everybody enjoys him being Green Arrow, including me. And you're not going to include the guy.
because
That make no
he didn't
sense.
because he didn't want to.
No, they was gonna include him originally, but then he said something about that he wasn't planning on it.
No, he didn't want to do it no more.
But that guy,
And they still
like,
haven't even introduced
fuck.
Hawkeye. They still haven't even introduced Hawkeye. Where's Hawkeye at? Where's
Because you
DC's Green Arrow? Where is he?
Wait,
because you got to
Bulls.
remember.
Bulls Green Arrow is him. Hawkeye is Marvel.
No, Hawkeye. No, Hawkeye is DC.
No, Hawkeye
No,
is
Green
Marvel.
Arrow is
It's
DC.
DC.
Hawkeye. Remember, it's Green Arrow and Red Arrow. It's Green Arrow and Red Arrow
Who?
/ Speedy.
What's this guy's name? That's cool with Black Widow. What's her name? What's his name?
That's Hawkeye.
That's
That's
Hawkeye.
that's
That's
Marvel.
Hawkeye.
Yes,
All right,
That's right.
right.
They
he's
basically
mixing
say
up the
person. They
movies.
just got different.
No, but Marvel
brand
Hawkeye
on them.
is
It's a different Hawk that you're talking about. It's not Hawkeye. It's a different
is
Hawk.
You're talking about
is the one that got the purple and the yellow outfit.
that's Hawkeye from Marvel.
No, he's talking
Really?
about because even DC got
No,
a
I might
Hawk.
be saying his name. I might be saying his name wrong.
There's only Green Arrow and Speedy, Bruce.
But
Green
I want
Arrow and Red Arrow.
I'm gonna look. I gotta look it up.
Right.
yeah, but,
Either-
but even still with that, even still with all, I'm not doing that for you.
Oh my gosh.
You know what he's playing right now? He's playing Spider-Man.
What?
He don't know what to do. He want me to do everything for him and then take credit about my turn. No, you want to do it? You gotta learn how to do that shit on your own.
That's it.
Yeah, I got hungry again. Shit.
You too. I kind of did too, but
Marcus,
Huh?
I said your food is in the microwave, and I gave you an extra piece of chicken.
Ooh. You served
Oh,
me twice?
she gave me a spoon.
Ooh, I
She
love
gave
you.
me a spoon of rice. She gave me a spoon of rice and a small chicken.
Oh, that's what it is.
You
She didn't
got
even.
lemon?
Okay, the Hawk that you talking about is from Hawk and Dove.
Let me see. Let me see. You got a picture of him? I think his outfit is like purple and yellow or something like that, right?
Nah, I'll show you right now if you can see it.
No, move over to yeah. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a dude that shoots arrows.
Oh. You see, that's the thing, is that they was trying to tie in Arrow into the Justice League.
Mm.
But they're not doing that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because
He
remember they did the World of
he
Worlds. They did a War of the Worlds,
He's
and
just
now
going to
he's
buy.
dead. He's
Yeah,
dead, but he's not dead.
yeah. But that's I don't know. Like he's too good of an arrow. I can't pitch. Honestly, I can't pitch another person to play that part besides him. So it's like I don't know, man. DC needs to just fire whoever they have, whatever director, whatever, and have their people read a couple of DC comics, or even watch the animation, because the animation is closer to the comics than the damn
Yeah,
movie.
start all over.
Like just start. That's it. Get rid of the mess ups and start all over. You know how you
Oh,
tie
this
me?
is what I think he's talking about. I don't think
They still have
he
they
shoots
still have
arrows, but I think this is what he's talking about.
Okay.
they still have introduced Tornado.
Tornado's on second gen. He comes in after
So what?
Justice League.
So what?
Yeah, but that's the thing. They haven't introduced a lot of people in this shit, and then they want everybody to sit there and accept them for what they're doing.
They gonna bring in Darkseid in. Who the fuck? Darkseid is gonna smoke the Justice League. The
Oh, that's what
Justice
I'm
League
gonna.
ain't even the Justice League right now.
That's what I'm gonna do. Cause I'm gonna send it to the thing, and I'm gonna let y'all see the trailer. Cause Christina is wrong when it comes to the Joker. It's the actual guy who plays the Joker in the Joker movie.
Mm.
It's not the Suicide Squad Joker, which was
Is-
supposed to be the Joker that was supposed to be in the Justice League.
oh, all
The
right.
Joker that was supposed to be.
Wait.
I'm trying to remember because it's the three main Jokers. It's the Gangster Joker, the Crazy Joker, and the comedic Joker. I think, right?
Yo, stay
What are the three
still.
Jokers? I forget which one. Which one is which?
Because they introduced they're supposed to introduce the black suit Superman.
The original Silver Age. What is it? Created three Jokers. All right.
Marcus, tell someone I'm hungry.
So on the booth says something. It's the clown. It's the clown Joker, the gangster Joker, and the ultimate Joker. The ultimate Joker is the one that took Bruce. That is the one that killed Bruce Wayne's family and started him being Batman. The clown Joker is the one that Batman is dealing with, and then you have the criminal Joker. The criminal Joker is the one that kills Jason Todd.
That's the one that killed Jason.
Yeah, the gangster Joker. No,
All right.
was it the gangster or was it the clown Joker? The clown Joker. No, the gangster
I think
Joker
it was the
was
gangster.
Yeah. No, it's the clown. The clown is the
No,
one
it
with
was
the
the
crowbar.
clown. It was the
The
clown
clown.
because then what's his name? Not Brian. Was it Brian? Is his name Brian? No, not Brian. Fuck, I forgot his name. He went to go kill the Joker. He tied the Joker up and he wanted Batman to kill him, and Batman would have killed him. And then he
Uh-huh.
tried to kill Batman. What's his name? It's Jason. Bruce. Damn, I can't remember his name. It's the one that becomes what's his name? He becomes Red Hook, I think.
The
Joey,
criminal.
What happened?
what which Robin becomes Red Hook? What's his name?
Nighthawk. It's
Not
come on,
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk.
Red Hook. Red
The
Hook.
one right after was the one that becomes Nighthawk. Because remember, it was like three of them. Remember, it was the one.
Yeah.
If you ever watched the Titans, the Sting, you got Nighthawk, who was Robin, and the one that was after him,
Yeah.
he's gonna become that Red Hook.
What's
Or if
his
it's
name? I
not
can't
him,
remember. Was it Brian?
I don't know. If it's not him, it's gonna be Batman's son.
Mm.
No,
No, Batman's son doesn't become Red Hook because Red Hook is evil. Well, Red Hook goes crazy, and I think it's not Jason.
It might be Jason.
No, but Jason dies. Jason gets killed by by by
That's why,
the
but
Joker.
that's but what you got to remember. Even if he gets killed by Joker, you got to remember they have that the Lazarus pit.
Yeah,
So they might have taken Jason there, and that's probably how he became Red Hook.
yeah. You know what? You might be
Um,
right. It might be
look at
Jason.
look in your phone. If you have your phone with you,
Yeah, that's what I'm on right now. I just saw that you put something in the
yeah,
Justice League Snyder cut.
yeah. Look at that, and when you see the end, toward the end, you're gonna ask me if that's the freaking what's his name?
The Joker from this
Yeah,
from not Bird Spray, Suicide Squad.
yeah. Because it's not that Joker. I'm like, yo, why would they put this Joker in when Suicide Squad was at the end of Suicide Squad with that Joker
Yeah,
at Suicide Squad? You got Batman, looking at everything. Where am I going?
yeah. Yo, lay down. Both of y'all lay down. Oh man, it's it's hard dealing with spoiled kids, yo.
That's it. Just waiting.
Lay down, both of y'all.
You want me to go all the way up here to do your bidding for you?
He wants you to do something for him. He wants you to do the shit for him. Come on, there we go. The moccasin.
You know what it is? I'm not in the Wi-Fi, so it boots me out. It's been booting me out.
You know what was up here?
Oh, you sound like me. Okay, second. Oh, shit. I don't know. I think DC just needs to cut it out.
You still coming at DC neck?
I don't know how to do it. DC, Morgan, did you see the thing I sent to you?
Nah, I didn't click on it yet. Bro, I just feel like DC just needs to stop with their live action movies and continue with the animation, and Marvel should stop with their animations and continue with their live action.
The difference is, I think if DC would have honestly introduced everybody little by little how Marvel did it before they did the Justice League, then I think you would have been able to understand more what's going on. But because they wanted to rush it to battle Marvel, that's what happened.
And then you know at that you gotta remember they keep on replacing the two main heroes. You can't do nothing without a solid Batman. You can't do nothing without a solid Superman. Thankfully, what's his name? Calvin?
Yeah.
Calvin is solid enough that he can make Superman work. He's a solid actor, but you still gotta find a Batman. Ben Affleck, what you said is absolutely correct. And Ben Affleck don't work hard enough. So him being a support hero would be perfect. But him to be Batman to start his own movies, to start his own things, it wouldn't work.
Why do you think Daredevil flopped and they didn't bring it? They're looking for a new Daredevil. Yeah, for Marvel.
It didn't flop. They did him dirty. They honestly, to me, I feel like they did Daredevil wrong. That TV series, but that actor was solid too. I feel like he was a solid Daredevil actor.
I'm not talking about the one that played on
Netflix.
I'm not talking about him.
Then what other one you talking about?
The one with Carmen Electra?
Ben Affleck. The one that Ben Affleck played.
Oh yeah.
That was Ben Affleck. You see what I mean? That Daredevil was The one that he played with Carmen Electra. Ben Affleck is a shit actor to me. I'm sorry.
I forgot that shit was even a thing. Honestly,
Yeah, but see, you see how nobody knows about that. When everybody talks about Daredevil, they talk about the Netflix guy. That's it.
because he's a solid. He
A
played
lot,
that
a
part
lot of
well.
a lot of people wasn't alive for the Carmen Electra Daredevil movie.
Nah, I remember seeing that when I was younger. Stop playing.
That movie was popping for like a week.
It wasn't. It really
And
wasn't
it
because
was
I went
and it
and
was
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was out for a while, but
and if anything, it
then
was only because of
you got to
It
think
was
about it
only
though.
because of
During
Electra.
during that time, the superhero shit wasn't. During that time, it was big with the vampires and the werewolves. Like you had Blade, you had
oh, you know, Blade
um
is coming into this, right?
Underworld.
Bro, I don't want to
Yeah,
hear about.
Blade need to.
Bro, is that gonna be rated R though? I read a little article talking about that they're not gonna that they're not gonna make Blade rated R. That makes no sense.
Eh,
Why would you not make Blade rated R? That's he curses a
I
lot.
don't
He
know.
kills like blood,
Yeah,
gore, and like, you need it to be rated R for all that.
yeah. All right. So how did y'all feel about this dude as Ghost Rider,
Ooh.
Nicolas Cage,
Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider?
Uh, I like the
yeah,
movies because he's a good actor. He made it work.
but that's not
But
him.
as I
It was
saw him, the if they would have kept the young dude and let him get older with Ghost Rider, the young kid
Yeah.
would have been better. Because Nicolas Cage trying to play that young dude character, Ghost Rider, sarcastic, into
uh-huh.
himself, wasn't working for me.
Yeah. It's out of his characteristic.
Yeah.
It just
So
didn't fit him much.
if you would put somebody as Ghost Rider, who would you put?
Uh, young thing. Who they have playing Batman? Which one of the guys is from Twilight is playing Batman?
Oh, the nigga, I forgot who. It's one of the. It's
Edward.
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 I
Yeah.
can't remember his name.
I,
Robin something.
Jacob would have been a good Ghost Rider.
Jacob.
The werewolf dude.
Yeah. Because in
He's
his character, to change and to understand certain things, I
Yeah.
would
yeah.
have seen him to do it. Who else?
Now you know I'm not gonna hold you.
The
The guy
Rock
that
could
they
have
had,
did it.
you know, bro. You know Wonder Woman.
The Rock.
Superwoman.
The Rock could have did it. He could have pulled it off. He could have pulled it
Yeah.
off though.
Nah, Ghost Rider. I don't
He
think
could
I
have,
don't see the Rock fit that
Nah.
character. That
but I think he
character.
could have pulled it. I didn't say he fit the cap, but I think he could have pulled it off.
I see
Yo,
him better as Black Adam. I
the
think the
Yeah,
Black
but
Adam
that's
suit
enough.
would look great on him.
But I would go for somebody young and new.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's why I I go to him a lot. I just feel like he has the potential. I don't see him doing much roles. The
Teen
guy
Wolf.
from Teen Wolf.
I
The
knew it. That's your favorite character. That's your favorite actor,
He's
huh?
not my favorite character. He just as a sarcastic asshole, he fits it. He just fits it to me. So like
Mm.
for him to be not the main actors,
I don't want
he's like the
I'm
alpha
not
wolf. He's like the
I
alpha wolf
never
that
seen it, so
goes
I don't
around.
know.
All right, well
Mm.
he's basically the one that grew up with wolf. That grew up into a whole
Yeah.
wolf pack in that. Him, he's an asshole. He's a showboating asshole. That fits him perfectly. He's actually the
You
Superman
know,
from Supergirl.
but hold on. But you know who I could see how you just said that? You know who really would do it?
Mm.
Mark Wahlberg from Transformers.
We don't like him.
That
We don't like him out here.
that
That man
Tell me he
forced.
wouldn't have played a good Ghost Rider.
that would yeah. He would.
He would, but
He would.
he would, but we
He
don't
would be
want
the
that man.
perfect Ghost Rider because he's a sarcastic asshole, like you
And
just
he's young
said.
enough. He's young enough and all that. Yeah, he would be perfect.
He's not young. He's not that young, bro.
No, but
Yeah,
he's
he's
young
young
enough.
enough.
Nicolas Cage was too old to play Ghost Rider at the time Ghost Rider came out.
True.
He was already established with a certain characteristics You understand what I'm saying? Like when they did Face Off. Y'all remember Face Off, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
So you
Yeah.
remember when they switched the faces, all of a sudden, Nicolas Cage was the calm dude. He was
Yeah.
John Travolta was the sarcastic. But when you switched it, when it went back, Nicolas Cage was the criminal.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage plays a good criminal. Because when he
Yeah.
did Gone in 60
Yeah.
Seconds, he was a good criminal.
He did go on in 60 seconds ago.
But for him to play, like he's a good intellectual mind, strategy type guy. He's not that spontaneous. I'm
Honestly,
a ghost rider riding. I don't see him riding Harleys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't see Nicolas Cage jumping on a
Yeah.
Harley when he leaves a movie set.
So now
honestly,
here's the thing, right?
I see him
They
playing
did
the
that.
Riddler.
Nicholas Cage, right,
Oh, that would have been good.
as
That
the
would be
Nicolas Cage
Riddler.
fucking beautiful.
playing the
Him
Riddler.
as a Riddler?
He was
Hell yeah.
him or what's
I
his
would
name?
do Jim Carrey
Captain
would
Jack.
do it again.
Not Jim. I don't
Jim
want Jim
Carrey,
Carrey.
yeah.
Jim Carrey did the Riddler too funny. I love Jim Carrey, but the Riddler, he's not like a
He's smarter than that.
clown.
You know.
You understand?
Yeah,
Jim
he's
Carrey,
not a
I'd
real
rather see
clown.
him as the Joker than the Riddler.
He
But
could he could be the ultimate clown.
what's his name? The dude right now, I forgot his damn name. That he plays that his wife and him is going through a divorce. Everybody started going at the wife because she said she was emotionally
Oh,
abusive.
Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Johnny
Oh,
Depp as
As
him
the
playing
Mark.
the
Riddler.
Riddler? Oh,
No.
he's the
Johnny Depp
perfect
as the
Actually,
Riddler.
Riddler.
yeah. Yeah.
Johnny Depp as the Riddler.
Because when he played Captain Jack Sparrow, I seen him as a fucking pirate. I seen him as a pirate.
Oh man. Accuracy was 40%. That's trash. I don't know. It's funny. I wonder what everybody lineup will be.
But see, we see this, but a lot of those people turn down the roles. They turn down roles like that. And Mark Wahlberg,
Because
he didn't want to do that. He did Transformers.
But like I was saying, back to what I was saying, right? And what's the TV show with the mutants that Coulson is in charge?
Shield, Agents of Shield.
And Ghost Rider as a Mexican.
Yes, Ghost Rider as a Mexican. Well, hold on.
Ghost
Well,
Rider.
hold on.
Ghost Rider is a Mexican.
Well, hold on. And that aspect, there's been different Ghost Riders that nobody
No,
knows
there's been
about.
different Ghost Riders, but that's what I'm saying. I think basically with that they killed off the whole Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider because this Ghost Rider he
you
sat
know what?
there, he got into an accident. Dude came, Ghost Rider saw him, turned into Ghost Rider, and he made a deal with him. And the deal was you do my you I'll keep you alive because he wanted to live for his little brother. He did some evil shit, but his purpose, his resolve was his little brother. So he said, "All
Yeah.
right, I'll think." Basically, what Ghost Rider does, you work my resolve. I'll keep you alive. And he made the deal, and he became Ghost Rider.
You know they actually could with that they could have Nicholas Cage pass it off too. In a way where you don't just completely forget Nicolas Cage was Ghost Rider, but it's more like he passes the torch. No pun intended. No, every pun intended.
Shut up.
Come on, it was decent. I rated 4 out of 5.
But that's
Four out
why
of
I
5.
asked
Four
because
out
it
of
was
5.
like, because like y'all was saying, how do you bring in a new character? But we like with even though
What's
Deadpool even with Deadpool and Green Lantern, you
Yeah.
can't have him play either or. Now he's Deadpool. He can't go back to Green Lantern.
mm-hmm.
He's Deadpool now. So now we got to find a new Green Lantern. That's why I was like with Ghost Rider. Did they kill off? Basically, was that them killing off Nicolas Cage? Is
No,
that them getting rid of Nicolas Cage and putting a new Ghost Rider?
the thing is with certain heroes, it's easier to pass off, easier to like swap over than others. So like, I mean, when technically when um wow, why am I drawing a blank right now? When Green Lantern was done, he was young, so they could put like a bit older, more mature version of him.
Yeah.
With Ghost Rider, like I said, you could have it that Nicolas Cage basically passes off the torch. Now he's
Yeah.
the new ghost. Now he's the Ghost Rider's like guider. Like he's a teacher. I pop up when you need me, but not I pop up every once in a while, but I'm not there. But that gives you way where you can give it to a whole new Ghost Rider without completely technically erasing Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Green Lantern is something similar. Green Lantern, you could have it that because it wasn't Hal, it was the other guy. I can't remember the other guy's name. You can have it that instead. Hal switched over sectors. Hal went over to another sector, and that's where they bring out either the black Green Lantern or the other Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
you can have Hal basically come back around it, but he'd be
I
a different
did.
person. Oh, I'm
You
matured,
probably
I
finished it.
became older than that, whatever the case is. Whatever bullshit. But DC is stupid, so they're not gonna do nothing like that. DC's gonna try and just erase and rewrite their characters, erase and rewrite, and that's what makes it more confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what makes everything about it confusing. Well,
that's
Papa,
what's
you okay?
you know.
You
That's the
okay?
sad part about DC. DC doesn't understand that they're turning comic books into movies, and even though the comic books might not be the same as the movies,
Uh-huh.
Come on. Come on. I'll make you butter.
but you have to introduce people in stages. Like you have phase one, phase two, phase three. Now it's
Which
into
is what
phase four.
Marvel's doing.
Now then it's
When
gonna go
Marvel
into
first
phase
started
five.
phase one, when Marvel started phase one, they already started working on phase two. Who they're gonna bring in for phase two. Which is why they tied in, which is why what they did with the Netflix series was smart. Because they tied in all four of them. Jessica Jones, Luke
As the
Cage,
defenders.
Iron Fist, as
As
the
the
defenders.
defenders.
There wasn't the defenders original. There wasn't the original defenders, but they tied them in, and you still heard about it in a way where you could be like, oh, they wasn't a part of that Marvel universe. Yes, they were, because Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, and Daredevil has mentioned the Avengers before. Their time technically is after the Age of Ultron. Their time period is between the Age of Ultron and the other one. I can't remember, the Civil War. So now that gives you leeway where if Marvel wants to or they need to, they could bring these characters in from a TV series onto the movie series. They just go about it differently. And the other biggest thing is that Marvel, I could be a little mistaken with it, but I've read something where they have a small set of group, that they have a small section of people that they actually read the comics. That they read the comics, or at least skimmed through it, or at least did research on the heroes that they play, on the heroes, so they know how to bring their story about in a way that makes sense. In a way that makes sense, and it respects both the Marvel comics and also respects the fans. And DC just doesn't do none of that. DC is basically like, oh well, Batman's good, so let's put Batman right here. Oh, that's a bad Batman, erase him. New Batman. Oh, they didn't like him. Instead of like going through it, because there's multiple Batmans too. So like they just gotta find, DC will have to find a way to connect with the fans. Not the animated fan series either, the comic book fans. Because those are the ones that if they say, yo, this is horrible, everybody's gonna follow it. Oh, my phone is gonna drop here. There you go.
What DC needs to do is stop playing. Say, you know what? We're gonna bring in the best Batman ever. Have Michael Keaton play as Bruce Wayne, the old Bruce Wayne, and then have somebody play Batman Beyond.
They would have to because the way it's looking is that there's no way of matching the original Batman. The original there's no one born that could play Bruce Wayne.
No,
Listen,
and that's not the problem. Finding Bruce Wayne is not the issue. Getting a good Batman is the issue.
listen.
That's the thing that
They
you either
had
get
good Batmans. Don't get it twisted. They had the good Batmans, but they don't pay them. Like Marcus said, they like to get rid of them, rewrite everything, and then put it out there. It doesn't
Yeah.
make no sense. Michael Keaton did it for 1 and 2, right? First and
Yeah.
right. So you could have used him as the old Batman that died and tied in everything little by little. But no, you got rid of him. So you rewrote it.
Mhm.
You rewrote it,
Yeah, that is
and you
the
had
problem they
Val
have.
Kilmer, George Clooney. You know, so you keep rewriting it. Then you get this young kid, perfect one. You know, he does
They
all
just
this. It's Batman. Batman Returns. Dark Knight Returns. Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
He had these 4 movies,
uh-huh.
Mhm.
and what they do, they threw him away, and they rewrote everything again. Doesn't
Which don't make
any
no sense because what's his name? Christian Bale? Christian Bale.
Yeah, Bale.
He wasn't the greatest Batman, but he did a good enough job where you could have easily had him pass the torch.
Yeah, but even
You
still,
could
you
have
could
had
have.
him pass the torch in some type of way.
But
But
they
you know what?
introduced Two-Face, and then they threw it away, and then now they're rewriting it. How you introduce Two-Face, Bane, and all of them, but then now you're gonna rewrite everything?
That's
My
Now
thing
you,
is this.
that's the issue.
My thing is this. You got all these Batmans, all these issues, all these shits going on, right? Y'all did Catwoman one time with Halle Berry. That was a hit and miss. You had Robin and Batgirl with George Clooney. That was a hit and miss. They ain't bring. They didn't bring it what's his name Sub
they
Zero
brought in
Wrestle
Robin.
Girl.
Oh, they brought in Robin, but he left for
Who-
Nighthawk. And the last, the Dark Knight Rises,
I didn't
Robin
see that
came
one.
in. The last one, Robin came in, and Catwoman came in. But you threw them away to rewrite
Yeah,
everything all over again.
a big part of Batman also is Robin. Why is it just Batman? Where's Robin at? And there's also other villains. Y'all did Bane, cool. You had Bane, cool. You had
League of
multiple.
Assassins.
You had multiple Jokers, great. The Riddler. Where is the Swamp Beast? Yeah. Where are these people at? You understand?
Because
They
now
not there.
they're trying to rewrite everything.
They're just going about it in a completely wrong way.
But they didn't do. See, when Marvel started with the Hulk and all, the Incredible Hulk and all this, then all of a sudden they realized, oh, hold on, let's slow down. We're trying to get something together. So they restarted doing everything. That's when they got Robert Downey Jr. to do Iron Man. They
Yeah.
did the first Iron Man. Boom, you got it. Then when they started doing certain movies, you started seeing Nick Fury at the end, introducing everybody, bringing everybody into the movies.
And that's all it takes, honestly. To introduce everybody, that's all it takes is one word. A simple phrase. Anything. And you could tie in all the superheroes. The Superman movie? Come on, it's not that hard. Let's say you start off Superman as the starting point. Then you work your way to Batman. Batman obviously he has technology, so he's watching everywhere. Something pops up about Man of Steel or human who's not human or something. Just bring him any type of little alien phrase, boom, that's Superman. Bring up a phase about metahumans. You don't even have to say Flash, but you bring up metahumans, boom, you ready to introduce Flash. You say you bring in something about Vigilante and I forgot where Green Arrow's from. But Vigilante in his state, boom, that's Green Arrow.
But you still could bring up. But you still bring up. You got to remember with Batman,
Yeah,
All you got to bring up with Batman and Arrow, which they have the same, which nobody understands. They're both origins. Their origins has come from the League of Assassins.
Yeah,
yeah.
You
No,
could
you're
yeah.
right.
tie
Ra's
that.
al Ghul.
You're right. But
Ra's al
You
different,
Ghul
tied,
ties him in.
tied in.
different different Ghouls. Because remember, Batman is older than Green Arrow.
Yes, but
Green
you
Arrow,
still
I
could
think,
have.
is 15
But you
years
could have
younger than
tied it.
Batman.
But you could tie it in because remember when they brought Batman back, they took him to the Lazarus pit.
They took him to Lazarus Pit. Yeah,
I mean
and
Superman
I
back.
think
They took him to Lazarus. You could introduce at that time Lazarus pit, bringing Green Arrow.
but
Yeah.
Lazarus pit.
but DC's not thinking on that. That's
They
the thing. Like
stupid.
DC is literally working with a bunch of idiots that don't know nothing about the comics.
Yep.
That's it.
That's the problem.
Okay.
They're
That's
like
the problem.
they're more like, you know what? He goes to comics, he goes to characters. You can do whatever you want. That's how it feels. Because
Because my
with
thing
me
is,
personally, I would have Batman. I would give Batman. Batman would be Captain America. Batman ties in everybody. Because remember when Batman first hears about
Batman is
metahumans,
Nick
that's what
Fury.
makes him. Yeah, Batman first hears about metahumans, and that's what makes him start going into who's where, what's going on. That's what makes him start look. That's what makes him goes from being what are they called? It's your local hero to now he's expanding. Now I want to see what's going on
Vigilante.
over
He
here.
went from a vigilante.
No.
What is
The
what
hero
is
level.
that group? That secret group? Argus or whatever that shit is.
Or just let me see.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
remember, Argus, whatever that name is, ties into Green Lantern to Green Arrow too.
Argus.
But they don't introduce him for whatever
Argus
reason.
is basically okay. Argus is their shield.
Yeah, but
Federal
it's,
agency operating under the jurisdiction of Homeland Security. Yeah, but
and
then Argus.
they're connected more to the Arrow than
Yeah,
they are to the Arrow and the Flash than they are to Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So you introduce Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash. We're missing somebody because the Green Arrow is one of the original Justice League people, just like Cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the originals.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
But
But they
Cyborg
didn't
comes
bring
in
him in.
after everybody was together. Cyborg
Yeah.
was basically as if I remember if I'm going through it because remember Cyborg was a quarterback football player.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he
But
basically
Cyborg.
he's what like Batman and them was all working, but it wasn't working as a full team. Cyborg was actually the one that helped the team mold the way it's supposed to. So he's
Yeah.
basically the governor team. He was supposed to come last regardless.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
Cyborg is also one
Cyborg
of
is an
those.
original. And you
He's
got to
he-
remember, the Teen Titans had a different original team too. The
Yeah,
Teen
because
Titans had the Teen Titans had Beast Boy, Robin.
Cyborg.
Cyborg wasn't
no,
Cyborg
that's the
wasn't
new Teen
original.
Titan. The original
Cyborg
was
came afterwards because one of the original Teen Titans had actually died. And when that had
yeah.
happened, Batman gave Cyborg the mission. He gave him an assignment to watch over um
Teen Titans.
Robin. He gave him to watch over Robin and them. And that's
But
when he
have
sent
you ever saw
Cyborg
the
to the Teen
Titans?
Titans.
Have you ever saw the Titans the show?
No,
No.
I
If you
heard
watch
season.
Titans the
I
show,
heard
exactly
season
the
2
way
is really good.
you say it is exactly what happens. How everybody gets tied in little by little.
But
The original Robin leaves
Yeah.
Batman, and he says how he left Batman, whatever. Whenever he becomes a cop.
hmm
When he becomes a cop, he starts running into everybody that's connected, like Raven and all of them, and how they connected. So,
DC just need to do better with their movies.
no, they was doing. But you want to know what's the
DC
funny
needs
part?
to just stop at this point in time. They need to
DC
stop.
didn't do the Titans. Warner Brothers did it.
Mm.
Remember, Warner Brothers owned some of that DC shit.
Yeah.
You know what it is? DC
They
needs
need to
to
hit the
stop.
reset button.
Yeah, like
They
you
need
see
to
right
sit there and
now.
say, they need to sit there, hit the
DC
reset button, and say, you know what? We're gonna redo this.
DC feels like
Batman.
since they
Okay.
DC feels like since they're running with this, they gotta continue it no matter what. They need to take a step
Listen.
back. They need to come up with a thorough plan. And I would say, you know what? You guys have been doing it the whole time, so why not erase everybody? Keep the actors, erase the whole story. Find a way to
1984.
find a way
No,
to
but you.
destroy whatever story you have open, and just reinvent it.
The reason
Do
why
it
everybody
right-
said 1984 was whack is 1984 actually went through as the comic book was for Wonder Woman
But it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense
because
With
it
the
wasn't
first
supposed
movie.
to. Uh-huh.
It
Because
didn't make sense with the first movie. It was no blend. That's at least what I heard from it.
it's not a blend, but it was supposed to be more so tying in World War II and Superman and Batman and the other worlds that surround it. Because what people don't realize is that when Warner Brothers did The Flash, they did the League of Tomorrows and
Yeah.
all these other people, all the characters that need to be introduced is in these three things. What's that thing? The Yellow Flash. What's his name? The one that it's his father
Wally?
raised Barry. His father raised Barry. Did
Wally
you ever see the
West.
League? He's
Oh.
supposed to be the Flash, a young Flash,
Kid Flash. Kid Flash.
Kid Flash.
That's not
With the-
Wally.
Yes,
Yeah,
Wally
it
West.
is.
It's
Wally
Barry
West.
Allen.
That's Wally. All right.
Yeah.
Barry Allen and Wally West.
So now you got him in one thing. Canary, the black
Black Canary.
Canary, and the white Canary
Black
supposed
Canary.
to.
Yeah.
No, they're supposed to combine now. But at the end of 1984, the original Wonder Woman was walking down. So that means they're trying to bring all these worlds together to fight to fight something that they didn't introduce nobody yet.
But that shit don't make no sense. That's where there's no blend.
So they might just be taking mad different Batmans.
Yeah, at this point in time, you could just literally handpick a Batman, and he'll be a
No,
Batman.
but you don't understand. If you see the trailers, the trailer I sent you, you got Batman sitting on a freaking boat with the Joker from the Joker movie. But that Batman left the Suicide Squad with a different Joker and a Harley Quinn. Like the shit is not adding up. They're not adding it up.
That's the thing is that they didn't even introduce. They haven't had a chance to introduce the three Jokers. So you subconsciously they
introduced them without introducing them.
They made them without making them. So now everybody's confused on why there's two different Jokers. Because right now the one that you talking about, the Joker movie, that's the gangster Joker. No, that's not the gangster Joker.
That's
the clown Joker.
That's the clown Joker. The ultimate Joker.
He's the ultimate. He's technically the one that started all Batman. But now John Leto is the gangster Joker. But the thing about it is that the gangster Joker was brought to life from the ultimate Joker, because he was dying. He was like, "Oh, I find you." Those two interacting. He was like, "Oh, I find you funny. Let me bring you." And he brought him. He threw him into thing to see if he would survive. To see if that the oil shit or whatever would survive, and it worked. It worked on him. That's where they came from. That's where they had the mutual understanding. And then from the gangster Joker, John Leto, that's where you bring in the clown Joker. That's where he interacts with this guy, whatever. I forgot the Joker, but he finds him funny. There's something about him that amuses him. So he basically said, "I want to see something." He throws him into shit just to see what happens. Either you're gonna die, or you're gonna come back. Either you're gonna sink or you're gonna swim. And that's where the three Jokers came from. But you have no origin, because I haven't seen it. I could be wrong, but the original Joker doesn't introduce John Leto. What's his name? Jared Leto at all.
No.
But now you expect it to tie in two of the three Jokers together.
But that's the thing. They're not trying to.
That don't make no sense.
The person that made the Joker movie and the person that made the Suicide, they're not trying to interact those two Jokers.
No, I read. I was reading a thing that they're saying that they're trying to. They're trying to figure out a way how to tie in those two. But it makes no sense.
Dig deep into the archives. You got to dig deep. You can't
tie them in because you already
put them out there.
Yeah, you already put them out there.
Mm-hmm.
Put them out there. Like you got Deadshot out there. You got all these other people from Suicide Squad
Yeah.
out there.
And that's another thing. You got Deadshot out there. Let's not forget, you got Deadshot, Deadpool, Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
You got these four assassins that are a team.
Now Deadpool's not a part of it, Bruce. Deadpool's Marvel.
Not
Well,
Deadpool.
no, Deadpool
but
does.
it's
Deadpool has a
no,
thing
no,
where
no.
he's
It's not
DC,
Deadpool.
but
It's Deadshot, Deathstroke,
Somebody else.
and it's like two other ones. Dead something. These niggas like with the mask and all that. They a team. They are an assassination team. Deathstroke. I see that they did Deathstroke versus Batman. I saw that fight scene. That shit was trash. They got to do my son Deathstroke better than that. Like they got what's his name? I forgot his name. Damn. Something master something. Fuck. It'll come to me. I can't remember it right now.
But still, you're right. There's a team of assassins.
Mm-hmm.
There's a team of
They
assassins.
right now DC is all over the place because you introduced you did the Birds of Prey or whatever the Harley Quinn squad is.
And you
You did
introduced that
Suicide
Joker.
Squad. Yeah, you did
introduced
all that. You did Suicide Squad. Where's your end game? Like I feel like they still fishing to see what people want to watch and build it off of that. And they're just all over the board right now with it.
and that makes no sense.
And
That
it's not that it don't make sense because you know what, the truth be told, that's what Marvel did. Marvel did it. They threw out um Marvel did yeah, we was just talking about him. Ghost Rider
Yeah.
to see how that hit. They threw out a couple of other things to see how it hit. And once they put out the Hulk and that hit the way it did, they listened to the commentary and the critics and all that, and then that's when they threw out Iron Man. And when Iron Man hit the way it hit, then they just built it off of that. They went off of there. You understand?
Exactly.
Yeah.
DC
Once
did
Iron
it.
Man tied in the Hulk, and it was supposed to tie in X-Men. Like you said, they just threw out movies there to see who they can pull in.
Yeah.
You
See
know,
how they could go about it.
Ghost Rider was good, but it didn't pull in nobody. They did Ghost Rider too. It really didn't pull, so he couldn't tie that into nothing. They did the Punisher, which was cool, but it still couldn't tie into nothing. They said, okay.
Mhm.
They did the second one. Second one didn't do too well. Then they did a couple of Hulk movies. Once that tied in, once that got popular, like you said, then when they did the first Iron Man, boom, that set off everybody. Because once Iron Man 1 came out, then the first Avenger, Captain America First Avenger.
Mhm.
Yeah, everything just went back and forth. And then they tied in S.H.I.E.L.D., Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to the whole situation, which kept everything going.
Yep.
And honestly, thankfully through them doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you could continue anywhere. You could start with the Inhumans. You could start with You could find a way of tying them in with X-Men and that because Shields helped them. Shield ends up helping X-Men with dealing with the Warlocks.
Yeah.
So like with that little TV series, you could tie in so much more. And now with WandaVision, you could just add everybody basically in.
WandaVision is tying everybody in.
They're ugly.
So that's basically getting rid of their one big problem, which is
that was just mad wrong. I don't know who you said was ugly, but that was just mad wrong.
Oh, Matthew's watching something on YouTube. That's why he said, "Look at them when they was young." I said, "They ugly."
Which is basically, which is funny because if you think about it, Deadpool sort of mentioned it. If you seen Deadpool 2,
yeah,
he mentions he's like, oh, You know, it would be great if a bunch more heroes was here, but wait, we don't have rights to them.
Yeah, Deadpool is an asshole.
He sort of brought it into
Deadpool said
like
something
the
about
air
him
that
playing
you know
Green
we got
Lantern.
tiny.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did. He
yeah,
did.
he did.
He
I
did
think they
seriously
had a
said that.
post. I think they had a poster of him on the wall or something like that in the movie or something like that. He said,
and
"Hey,
that, and
did he
the,
play Green Lantern? He did some shit like that." Like,
yeah, he was like, we don't talk about that character. He's dead. He's dead. We don't talk about that. It was
yeah,
like a
But you
poster or
want to know what's
something.
funny? You want to know what's funny? They tried to, when they was talking about the trailer, how Green Lantern might pop in. They're saying the guy that played him, the Deadpool character, the guy, is gonna
yeah,
pop in. Marvel's not letting that happen. Marvel's trying to tie in Deadpool right now, but he's
yeah.
Nah,
tying in
Devil's
through
But you can't tie. It's
Colossus.
hard, but it's gonna be
Deadpool's
hard to
coming through
tie in
Colossus.
Deadpool because Deadpool plays both universes. Deadpool jumps both universes.
Yeah, but they're gonna trust me. They're gonna find a way to tie that shit in.
I,
Trust
I
me.
would hate if they locked Deadpool in to just one universe. The truth be told, I think Deadpool should be Deadpool. That's just who he is. Like he's everywhere. He's everywhere. He sat there and Kingpin hired Deadpool to get rid of um Daredevil, and because the Kingpin will not get him a grilled cheese, he sat there, fought the Daredevil, and said, joking around, I want my grilled cheese or some shit like that. So Daredevil said something about him fighting because he's hungry. They end up talking it out, and he switched. He flipped on Fisk to help Deadpool fight Fisk, and that's when they had Spider Man come in, and they found out that Fisk was working with um I just drew a blank. Fisk was working with somebody. But it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. Deadpool is an asshole.
Well,
Deadpool is an
yeah,
asshole. He he
he's a
he
complete
he
asshole.
belongs he belongs in both universes.
You know, I'm not gonna hold you. Do you think they're gonna bring it? Because I just started thinking about that now. Both Fisk and Batman, and Batman. Wow, Fisk. Both Deadpool and Spider-Man's one of their main villains is Kingpin. So do you think they're gonna bring in
they're
Daredevil
supposed to.
on a Netflix
They,
series like that?
they might, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to recast it. The Daredevil.
This game is
Probably.
$500. That's disgusting.
But they're trying to bring in Daredevil and they're trying to bring in Iron Fist
Huh?
because Iron Fist had an original comic book with
They,
Marvel a long time ago.
that actor though, no, I think they should
No.
switch him out. That actor,
But that's what I'm
was
saying. They
okay
picked
he was okay for what he was meant to do, but
but
Oh,
Iron
oh,
Fist, like hit Iron Fist, from I can't remember his name. I don't know his name. You know I'm not doing names.
but
But
yeah.
Luke Cage was
just,
a created character that they did recently. He wasn't one of the originals to be in
nah.
Marvel.
What?
Luke Cage was
Same-
mad as a scapegoat.
No big fun. Good night.
Go to my bed.
No.
I said, yeah, go to your bed.
So now we're gonna see because now they're supposed to be going to Phase 5 as a next Avengers movie, but the next Avengers movie is only supposed to consist of
Speaking
Thor.
of superheroes, how y'all think about Keanu Reeves creating his own comic company?
He's stupid.
That's fire.
He's stupid.
You say he's stupid?
He's stupid.
You
Keanu
think
Reeves
so?
has money. He has money,
Keanu Reeves?
and
He has the money to do it.
he's bored, and he wants to do something. And I guarantee you, his movies is going to be better than DC's.
Mhm.
It's not going to
But
touch Marvel.
what is he doing though? What is he doing?
Um,
He's making all his own comic like
You want to know
company.
what I want them to do?
let
I
me
want
see
them
real
to
quick.
redo Spawn. I want them to redo Spawn.
They're working on that actually.
There's a lot of things they got to redo.
Yes,
Spawn
that
is
first
one of them.
Spawn was my comic book. I used to read that shit all the time. Mine went to sleep.
Mine's just fighting they sleep. You hear them?
You can tell.
He created,
You can
he
tell.
created a
You don't
comic
want your
book.
pillow. You don't want your blanket.
He
Whatever.
created a
can
comic
tell.
book.
He created a comic book. Yeah, it's called
Leave it right. Yo,
B. I don't know how to say it. BRZRKR.
Hold on, John Wick is what, DC or Marvel? Because that was a comic book too.
John Wick.
Yeah.
John Wick
Wasn't it?
is Marvel. Constantine is DC.
Now, mind you,
Wait,
he played in both
no,
of them. He made them.
John Wick. Comic ownership. Constantine is Constantine is owned from a company that is owned by DC Universe.
So you remember Image Comics, right? When they had
John
Spawn.
John Wick is a part of the MCU. John
Yes.
Wick is a part of
So-
Wick is a part of Marvel Comics. Yeah,
So how you think they're gonna tie him in? Think about it.
he's an anti-hero. Easy.
Somebody gonna kill his dog.
He's
It's gonna be Deadpool. Deadpool's gonna run over the dog.
And I think that'll be the perfect crossover. Them two crossing over Deadpool because they both assholes. They both assholes. I'm sorry. They both of them motherfuckers are assholes.
let me see.
Hold on. Constantine, ain't that Marvel? No, that's DC. Legends of
Constantine
Tomorrow.
is DC.
Legends
remember-
of Tomorrow.
Constantine
He's on
is
Legends-
he's on Legends of
Legends of-
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know Constantine meets up does something with Batman.
But type in Nightmare.
Nightmare.
For Nightmare? For what?
Nightmare.
Marvel.
Nightmare's good. I like
Nightmare is the
Nightmare.
owner of Hell, right?
Nightmare is one of Doctor Strange's main
Super villains.
Nightmare's
First
good.
appears in Strange Tales number 110, was created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. The character is
Doctor
the more
Strange.
commonly known as one of Doctor Strange, and he's Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider's major enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Hell. If that brings it in, that might if they bring him in, then that might turn into how they
Listen,
how they
she
do
didn't want to
the
spoil it for you.
X-Men
but-
versus Avengers.
The way they're trying to do it with WandaVision is that
Yeah.
Wanda doesn't know how she created this little TV show.
Yeah, TV show of a world, which makes
Yeah.
sense because she has no control over her powers. The whole time,
Right.
the whole time throughout the movie,
Only
she's
one
she's
one
been
person
using
got
her-
control of her. Yeah, but one person got control of her powers. And the witch, Agatha, whatever her name is, she's trying to teach her how to control it and find out who's controlling her to do it. Because
Yeah.
you got to remember, Nightmare is not an actual villain that you can fight. Nightmare's in your head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's why Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange was their main villain because he was always in their head.
Oh,
And Nightmare's
Keanu
strong too.
Reeves. Keanu Reeves is going to be in Doctor Strange too.
I told you, John Wick
and
is all gonna tie in now.
Esposito will have a role. Bruce Campbell will have Doctor.
But what is Keanu Reeves gonna do in Doctor Strange too? He's
I'm
John
about to
Wick?
look that up right now.
Nightmare, because they're introducing Nightmare into Doctor Strange too.
Oh, so he's gonna
Yeah,
be
but-
Nightmare?
Yeah,
But what
Nah,
role is he
not
gonna play?
Keanu Reeves.
no, Keanu Reeves not gonna play Nightmare. He's gonna play John Wick.
Oh, but who's gonna play Nightmare?
No,
No,
you remember?
no. Wait,
No,
wait a minute.
hold on.
Wait a minute. Keanu Reeves is playing Ghost Rider in Doctor Strange 2.
Keanu's playing Ghost Rider.
Really? I can't see that.
What?
I can't.
I
Hold
can't-
on,
I
time
can't
out.
see it. I can't see
Ghost
it.
Rider confirmed for MCU. Keanu Reeves is Ghost Rider as. No fucking way.
That nigga went from Wolverine to Ghost Rider. He said, "I want to be a comic book player."
Yeah. Yep.
But who's gonna play Nightmare?
Look,
Nightmare.
is it
I
not
mean,
going back?
but you know what? Let me tell you something. Keanu Reeves as Nightmare will do good. Because Keanu Reeves got that dark side to him. You know, that dark, mysterious side to him. And remember, one of Ghost Rider's hosts was the suicidal dude. As a matter of fact, remember that he had a dude that was contemplating on suicide and everything, right?
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves could play that. Hold on, I'm bring Marcus in right now. You heard Marcus? Hold on. You heard
What
Marcus?
happened?
Keanu
Look,
Reeves, I could see him playing Ghost Rider now because if you remember, one of Ghost Rider's whole side,
that shit.
and I
You
could
got
see
all.
Keanu Reeves as that.
They have a
I forgot
trailer of
what
it,
his name was. They got a trailer. Play the trailer. Look,
and my phone's going in and out. Honestly,
well, it's in right now, so play it. Hold on, did Joey freeze? Oh, he ain't freeze.
yeah, I froze, so I can't tell.
That's the trailer.
No, you ain't freeze. We see you fine.
Marvel enforced the MCU. Now, even though, unfortunately, due to the
Move it
coronavirus,
over a little
Marvel
bit more.
has adjusted their schedule a
Right
little bit
there.
and delay some upcoming productions as well. However, nothing is going to fully stop Marvel.
That's Nightmare.
See it?
Yeah, it's gonna get dark.
We've been away for many months now, and I've had a revelation. The true purpose of the sorcerer is to twist things out of their proportion.
Oh, you remember him? That's the basketball player.
Yeah,
That was the one that told him how he told Doctor Strange how to go.
yeah. You got it, Marcus. I don't see. I see you on the screen.
I'm frozen.
Oh no, you're
Oh, we
not.
see you.
Now my
That's the
screen is
other.
frozen.
No, I can see you right there.
Oh, but we see you fine.
Oh, it showed Wanda.
Move it over a little bit more to the right. To the right. Right there.
Strange.
What's that, Doctor Strange too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different.
Just like
Remember, they had to go back and replace the
Ooh.
the bill comes.
Now. Oh. In the multiverse of madness.
Mm. Now I want to see Keanu Reeves as what's his name?
Let me see.
Ghost Rider. Hell yeah.
Oh, it's only revealed it. He doesn't have a trailer out yet. This is the first
Oh, you don't
trailer.
have a trailer? All
So
right,
most likely in the second trailer.
probably. I just want to know who they're gonna put as Nightmare, because Nightmare. Now you got to think of somebody who could play a sinister role like that. Like they gotta have a evil kind of face. Let me see. William Defoe? No, not William Defoe.
Because Wanda got to come into to Doctor Strange too.
You know what? I'm lying. William Defoe. If you put William Defoe, nah, he's too old though. He would have been great. No, you can't use him anyways because he played Spider Man. I'm gonna figure somebody out that should play.
From Boom Studios. Boom
From
Studios
what?
is connected to yeah, Keanu Reeves. Hold on. So Keanu Reeves created his own character, and if I'm not mistaken, Boom Studios is a part of Boom Studio. Is a part of Marvel. So he technically just threw himself in Marvel.
Yeah.
That I want that type of money.
It's Keanu Reeves. Ain't nobody gonna tell him no. Is that
Boom Studios after Disney in June 2017, Fox purchased a minority of stake in Boom Studios valued at 10 million. The Walt Disney Company inherited Fox stakes in Boom. So Boom Studios is a part of Disney, which means that he can come to the Marvel cinema
yep.
Yeah.
if his comic book blows up as well as he's confident about.
Yep.
Boom
You gotta
Studios
give it
also
time.
created Power Rangers. Boom Studios is a
Yeah.
part of Power Rangers too. Yeah, Boom Studios have their own Power Ranger. Oh, okay.
That's the new Power Rangers that just came out, right? Recently.
I think so. Boom
Those,
Studio Power Rangers. Let me see.
cause I like what they
You know,
did with those.
you know what I'm waiting on? Honestly,
Huh.
I'm waiting for these. Yeah, Boom Studios. Boom Studios owns Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I like
They
what they did with these
own the
Power
new
Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I like these.
Fuck, Static Shock. There you go. So that
Superhero
Static
Shock.
Static
Woo-woo.
Static Shock. Static Shock. Black Lightning. Static. Fuck. Fudge. I don't know why I can't say
What,
that.
Black Lightning
Static
characters?
Shock.
That's them.
Black Lightning. They're both a part of
Niggas
I
is
forgot what
champion
studio,
up there.
but DC owns a portion of them. And the thing about it is that studio, they won't let DC use them for their series. Because I was reading up on it, like DC was supposed to pay a certain amount for them, but then DC was trying to go back to it, and then they gave back the ownership, and then they're trying to buy the ownership back, but they're not. But the comic book studio that owns them is not letting them this time. They're basically saying you got to pay more if you want these guys.
And niggas is greedy.
Nah, shit, I would too. I own what 30. If I only own, I think they own 15 or 20 superheroes. You find my superheroes worthy enough that you want to buy them? I'm giving you a hefty price.
Yeah.
You get my superhero, you get to create your own storyline with him and all that, or you can keep the storyline I give him. But now you give me the money where I can now get more artists and all that, and start introducing more things. Right now, Marvel and DC literally owns the comic book industry.
Yeah.
That's it. Everybody knows them. If you go to the West, the Western Comics, DC owns them. You go to Boom Comics, Marvel technically owns them. So I don't know. I'm tired. So I get tired. I'm hungry. Let me see, because I got chicken.
Oh yeah, I gotta work in the morning. But yo, I'm telling you, listen. As I was going further into the trailer, you know what Doctor Strange is doing, right?
No, what's he doing?
He's putting the time stone back together.
Do you think he's gonna be back?
Remember what Thanos said? It was reduced to atoms, right?
Mm-hmm.
In order for him to get that time stone, he has to go back to get it from the lady. Remember, they put it back in time over there, and it was already destroyed in other worlds. So he has to get that time stone back. Wanda brought back the one in Vision's head.
The Mind Stone.
Yeah.
The thing about that is that's debatable. She brought back the powers. I don't think she brought it back itself. Damn.
But I don't know.
How you bring back the powers and you don't bring back the stone? The powers got to be contained
Um,
somewhere.
that's the video that I was
Remember,
watching. Wait. That's the video that I was watching earlier. So you know how how basically the gem is the power and all that.
yeah,
It's not the
Hmm.
gem. It's Vision himself.
their vision was the Mind Stone.
That
We
now
said
Vision
that.
is he's technically the host for the Mind Stone.
Oh, Vision himself is the Mind Stone.
Mm-hmm. That
That's
basically
why he didn't care if he died.
the Vision that we see right now isn't actually Vision. That is basically the Mind Stone replica of him.
Mm. Got you. That makes sense.
But in Doctor Strange, he's gonna face the Time Stone. He's gonna face something else. The dude that walked away, and he's gonna face Nightmare. All three of those, he's gonna face inside Doctor Strange too. And they said already Ghost Rider, he fought Ghost Rider, he fought Captain. So all those people are about to come into Doctor Strange too.
My thing is if Tony Stark is supposed to come back for one final movie, is it through Doctor Strange?
Could be.
And who's gonna play? Who's gonna play it? Because Robert Downey Jr. said that he's done with it.
He's gonna come back. But because this is a multi-universe thing, so he's probably gonna get it.
They gonna have
Come
to
back.
bring him back. That nigga, there's nobody that could replace Robert Downey Jr. He was the
No, but
best
he
Iron
might-
Man.
But he might go into different like multi-universes and try to pull out an Iron Man from there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So make it look good.
I guess.
Mm.
I guess. It
I'm
could
telling
be.
you.
I mean, it could be done in the movie sense and the comic book sense and all that.
Just to let y'all know,
Uh,
the people that's in WandaVision is called Sword, not Shield. And I don't understand why they changed it. And they bring back Vision.
Different universe.
No, they bring back Vision. They see if y'all watch it. See, it's hard to think, but if y'all watch it, they took him apart to put him back together. But she stole. I'm gonna spoil something. Wanda stole his body.
Want to show his body?
I really don't care. Go to sleep. I don't.
Boo, you seen
I
the
know
movie? I think that explains it best. You know when she's like trying to take the stone out his head.
Yeah.
They, in the video they were saying that when she's doing that, she's not taking the stone out his head. She's taking the magical part of the stone out. So then, basically, what she does is transfer. She's one of her witch's ability, not her telekinesis. Her witch's ability is that she's able to store magic, which is why at certain times she has a mass of it. So basically, she stored up his chaotic magic, the chaotic magic from the crystal, and pushed it into it. That explains where the body's from. Because the guy was saying, he was like, I don't know how the body. The guy was saying, I don't know if maybe she made the body herself, or like when she poured out the crystal just created his body itself from memory.
However she did it, she did it. And she wants to live in her own little world that nobody would know.
But she wants to. The thing is that she's a child. She wants to be with. By the way, we're sponsoring Van Lee Wen ice cream, but
you're sponsoring who?
I don't know. It's a lot. Van Lee Wen.
Who's that? That's where you work at?
They start off in Brooklyn too.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna order me something.
That's one pop, bro. I'm gonna hold you.
Give me 1 second.
I'm tired. I'm hungry. That's a bad combination.
Yeah, but I'm about to go to bed because I got to be at work at 9 in the morning, and the baby got to be at school at 8 in the morning.
Yo, when the school's opening up again?
Hold on.
Never.
No. For elementary school kids, now, not this year. Middle school opened up 2 weeks ago.
And
Ian
how's that
school.
been working?
I think Ian school's in the process
My
of opening up.
my daughter don't go to school. She does it online.
Yeah, because that don't make no sense, man.
You see, I could trust his school because it's small. They don't let nobody in, and they all took the vaccine, and they're all fine.
Yeah.
And they take crazy measures, like if you have a fever of 99.7, you can't come to school.
Yeah.
You got to stay home.
Let's go.
I'm not gonna hold you. Thais because Thais lives in Staten Island. Her son, the elementary school that he's in, is mad relaxed. Like she be recording the kids, and the teachers be having a mask off. The kids don't be having a mask on correctly, and she's fine with that. I'm like, nah,
no.
heavy.
No. Put it this way: you can't even step foot in the doors. Like they open up the door, you sign the kid in. Kid goes in, check the kid's temperature before he walks through the door. He goes in. You can't even step in to give him a hug. He has to come back out to you so you can give him a hug. They don't let that. They don't let you step foot in the school.
Let's go.
See, they
That's how you
following
keep shit on lock.
measures. They following the measures. You know, if a kid in one class they feel might have contracted it, they shut it down, call all the parents in that class, and that's it. They shut down that class. They shut down the school for a day. They fog it. They sanitize it. Everything. They don't play
That's
no
how you're
games.
supposed to do it.
Every weekend, all schools are supposed to be fogged and sanitized. And when school lets out Friday, the people are supposed to come in and fog the whole school, sanitize it, everything. And then Monday morning, when they come in, everything's supposed to be great and fine. I don't know if they do that, but they just opened up junior high school kids. I know, but my daughter's still not going to school. Oh, and like Dawn said, stay short. So that's what he told me the other day.
Stay short.
Stay short. Yeah, you know he's with Laura now, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just sent the Keanu Reeves thing to the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I've
seeing
seen it.
that. He looked crazy in this.
When did Laura get done?
Huh?
When did Laura get done?
She just got him. I just went up there yesterday to drop off the Wi-Fi because my shelter gave us an actual Wi-Fi box for our unit.
All right.
But I just gave him Wi-Fi so he could go to school.
Holy shit! Wait, all three Spider-Mans is in multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's the Strange too.
Yeah, it's in the multiverse.
They really paying this man $1 billion?
Who?
Tobey Maguire.
Oh, you didn't know he wanted that money? Of course he wanted that.
Bro, he wanted $1 billion or something like that. And he's playing a simple scene. For one scene or something like that.
Listen.
Ryan Reynolds is in there, so that means Deadpool's in Multiverse of Madness too. Ryan Reynolds is in it.
Listen, they're trying to tie in what's his name? I think they got an actor. Loki's coming in here, but they're trying to tie in what's his name? Miles Morales.
Who you gonna have play him?
They have somebody. They have somebody, but they're not revealing it to anybody.
Nah, it's just the internet.
I'm telling you, they're not trying to reveal it to anybody.
Because
they wanted all the Spider-Mans. Because the young kid is supposed to fight Kingpin. And all the Spider-Mans have to come in and help.
No, I don't care about his crush. Miles Morales. Miles Morales and Doctor Strange.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they're trying to bring everybody in.
Oh, that's bum. So far, these ones don't follow.
They don't have him, right?
Ready?
Nah. Oh, it's the internet. Someone must have called a picture. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Doctor Strange,
Later.
auditions.
This nigga's looking hard to find out who Miles Morales is. You're not gonna find him.
They're not trying to reveal that yet.
Auditions wasn't allowed to be recorded, so you have
I
no
told
idea
you.
who went in.
You don't know who went in. You don't know who they picked.
Audition tape. Spider-Man 3 leaked Morales. Miles Morales audition tape. Let me see.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always.
All right, why people got to talk?
Now, alongside all of the news,
They gonna show you some hillbilly.
Spider-Man themselves. There's a fourth Spider-Man reported on last week that may be entering the MCU. Rumors that may need the Marvel Studio box set. Want to back up? It falls right.
So basically, you
All
don't
right,
have
guys.
it's just a video talking about it. That
Let's go to sleep.
Boo was falling asleep right there on the bed with the headphones on.
For me, I'm
there's
comfortable.
nothing on it.
So this is what we're gonna do every Wednesday now.
There's nothing on it.
Well, we, the guys, can do every Wednesday.
We're gonna do this every Wednesday.
Yes.
All right.
And
I got the
tomorrow,
audio.
I'm gonna jump.
They
We're
have the
gonna
audio.
jump on with everybody else.
Yeah. All right. So this is our new schedule, Marcus.
I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna
Every
update
Wednesday.
everybody on the comic books and all that stuff.
And just remember, usually I work Wednesdays.
It's all right. We'll
Back to
figure it
drop.
out.
Hey, listen, I get off at 4. I get home by 6:30. Maybe I get home. I throw the link in there. I jump on the thing. I don't have to sign into no Wi-Fi. It's right there. I don't have to.
Shit.
Shit, right
All
there.
right. Well, I'm going to sleep. Good night, guys.
He been sleep.
y'all
but
later.
We're gonna leave him be. He been sleep.
Nah, I was up. I was listening.
He was listening.
I was listening.
Yo,
But I'll
Yeah.
talk to y'all
I'll send
next Wednesday.
I'll send y'all the comic book link
All
where
right.
you can read the comic books.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna catch y'all later.
Later.
Good night, guys.
Good night.